Hello everyone, Eric Watson here, freelance writer, player of games, writer, voyager, recorder of videos, and a tabletop role-playing aficionado. Welcome to Patron D&D, where platinum level patrons and I get together to play Dungeons and Dragons via Discord and Roll20. These sessions are entirely supported by patrons of patreon.com/roguewatson. Patrons also get exclusive access to private videos, custom 5e content, and participate in monthly DM roundtables. These Patreon D&D games are not live streamed, but are recorded for your viewing pleasure. You can watch more D&D sessions, reviews, and crafting streams on my YouTube channel, read recaps at roguewatson.com, and listen to all these shows with the Rogue Watson podcast, available wherever you get your podcasts. You can follow me on Twitter at Rogue Watson and join our Discord server with invite link in the description below. Our music is by Kevin MacLeod, and our amazing original character art was done by Jimmy McClure. Welcome to Chapter 3, Episode 6 of our Empire of the Ghouls campaign, designed by Richard Green and published by Kobold Press. This session, I am joined by patrons Brandon, playing Bahn Mi, the Kobold Bard College of Whisperers.
Hey there.
Christopher, playing Rye, the Shadow Fae Black Powder Sorcerer.
Hello.
Corey, playing Lucian Drago, the dhampir Clockwork Soul Sorcerer.
Hello.
Dory, playing Io, the gearforged Circle of the Moon Druid.
Hello.
And Stan, playing Alaric, the dhampir Death Domain Cleric / Bard.
Greetings.
Previously on Empire of the Ghouls. After having been dropped off by the Valkyries and their winged wolves, the party made camp on the outskirts of a dark forest. They were visited by a patrol of mounted Imperial ghouls. The party played it cool, convincing the ghouls that they were headed to the Midnight Temple as official wedding guests. The ghouls helped watch over their guests through the night and into the forest the next day. They warned of nasty things in the forest before departing to resume their watch. In the first day of travel, the party began seeing ghostly, zombie-like dwarves roaming the woods. They were disturbing, but not hostile. On the second day, the dwarves' numbers grew by the dozens and were drawn to living party members. Lucian used Detect Thoughts to hear them repeat their stories over and over again, as if stuck between life and death, unable to move on. After an anxious night's sleep, the party trudged onward. The dwarves' aggression grew along with their voices. When the party tried to flee, they were attacked by a swarm of the cursed multitude. Alaric's holy robes and Kovac's Dawnblade skill served them well, and the party escaped to find a temporary reprieve. But the psychic torment was building to unbearable levels. On the fourth day, they could spot the edge of the forest. Once again, they failed to outrun the dwarves, however, resulting in another encounter with a nasty swarm. The enraged dwarves nearly killed Bahn Mi before the others could end it, and they quickly left the forest behind. Stretching before them at the southern edge of the ruins was an enormous crater. At the bottom rested a temple black as midnight. A path of packed earth winds down the crater. Your eyes can scarcely leave the two-story temple in the middle, seemingly rising from the ground as you descend. Despite its apparent age, its roof, windows, and doors have been freshly replaced with dark wood. The spire on top bears the paw of the ebony bear, the unmistakable symbol of Kernabog, the dark god of night and master of death. Over a dozen man-sized standing stones encircle the temple. Arcane sigils etched on the stones glow with a deep red. Standing guard are several loitering dwarf-like figures, along with two humanoids, both dressed in robes, one in red and brown, and the other black. The black-robed figure has greenish skin and yellow eyes, while the other man is more human, maybe humid also, his wrinkled skin mocked by vicious scars. Also, it's been a hot second, Rye, since we've had you in the party, but you did level up to 7 at some point, I hope?
I did. I just leveled up, and he's been working on a new spell that he can't wait to pull out.
Excellent. Glad to hear it.
And also, at the beginning of your last session, you're like, everybody gets inspiration. So I marked that as well.
Good one. Glad you paid attention. Yeah, you enjoyed that Valkyrie ride as much as anybody. So before you stretches the destination you have been seeking, the Midnight Temple. It has 3 large double doors in front and several guards patrolling the outside as you approach.
Lucian, Io, you made it out.
Yeah. You all...
We could hear you.
A lot of you came out probably separated from each other from the nightmare that was the forest of the dwarves, undying dwarves.
We saw you get obscured by mist and you just disappeared. We had no idea where you went.
We followed your voices, but we couldn't see you.
Is this the place? This is it?
Lucian will pause and just look. I have seen this. This is in my vision. It is true. It does exist.
We have an invitation. We technically don't have to sneak.
What?
Didn't they have like bounties of us and spies like looking for us?
On another continent,
This isn't connected?
I vaguely remember a long boat ride. I was a little out of it, admittedly.
I mean, we're heading to the wedding, right?
Share the wedding invitation handout. Once again, that's a useful one to have. By the ritual, we bind the devouring worm and the red goddess in dark matrimony under the auspice of the Lord of Night. You've by now identified the Lord of Night as Kernabog. The red goddess is, of course, Morena, typical deity of the vampires. The devouring worm is Vertizane, who is usually associated with undead and eating, and ghouls.
I would
And-
think with the invite, we could just walk up to the door and ask to be seated.
Yeah, I
You
mean,
can find our name placards.
are we with the groom or with the bride, though?
We know more about Morena than I think we know anything else.
Let's get our
And
stories.
I
straight.
have, he pulls out Erica's dagger. I have a dagger of a high priestess. So we have some experience with Morena. And once again, in full Baron Nilo, Alaric takes the form of his father. Using, the black sable cloak, everything looking like a vampire lord from Morgau. And for Pete's sakes, I took a bite out of a leg for this. So can we just try it to walk in? I think we earned a seat at the table here.
I didn't remember anybody twisting your arm.
Hey, no one wanted to fight. Somebody had to step
He's
up.
still
and do
got the
something.
leg in like a little Ziploc bag for later.
Takes it out.
Yeah, leftovers.
Doggy bag.
So just to clarify, to Bond's point, was it Morena's people who were aware of our presence and who were tracking our movements earlier on? Or was that a faction associated with the ghouls?
You have been hunted previously by a ghoul faction.
Which would be on the
was like
groom's
the first
side,
person that we
right?
killed, yeah.
Okay.
And Felicia was a red sister, and then
Technically, you've run into both factions more or less. You're just not quite. You know, the ghoul faction was quite interconnected. They have a whole spy network, and they do have
that was the one that followed us the most.
yes, yeah,
Yeah.
the bounties and all that for following you. You're not quite sure how if the vampire faction is if they've been able to identify you all specifically.
I mean,
we
right,
did kill
yeah.
Shroudson.
Maybe that's what we do. We just say we're with the vampires.
Yeah, and Shroudson was, for what you know, kind of the spy master too. So that would have been a big blow for them. For the ghoul side.
So as Bahn raises this concern, can Io just use her perception to kind of look around Is anyone at all paying any attention to us more so than any other guests that are arriving?
Right now, there are no guests arriving. You are the only ones out here, and I am describing the scene before you get close enough where you're going to start being, seen basically by the guards. But you
Okay.
look around, and there's nobody around. And if you recall, when you were first met by the Imperial Ghouls who are outside of the forest, one of their surprises was like, "Oh, you're coming like really late. Like the ceremony is just days away or something." So you imagine it's going to be kind of a photo finish.
And we're looking down over it. We're at the top, looking down into the crater.
Yeah.
And from our vantage point, we don't see any other activity or anything else.
You see the those standing stones that are encircling the building, kind of glowing. They've got those arcane sigils glowing red, and then you see I described to you several guards outside, and there's definitely a main entrance with 3 sets of double doors. And there's a very obvious path from the crater. The crater's almost just would be a real pain in the ass to get around, except for this one obviously central path that's you can tell has been carved and used kind of as the main way to get in and out of this temple.
Bahn or Bai, can any of you identify what those glowing circles actually are doing?
Bahn will look to Rye first.
You feel like you could definitely look at them, but you would have to get closer unless you have some other means.
I was looking to see if I had like history or religion.
You can feel magic coming off of them for sure.
Yeah.
The glowing arcane sigils kind of give it away.
Yeah.
Not just a party trick.
Maybe let's just I mean, we've been going this far with Alaric's cockamamie ideas. Let's just keep going. What's gone wrong other than a few unconsciousnesses and some concussions and shattered legs?
Disappearing party members and
What doesn't kill you?
Yeah, I mean, here's the thing. I'm pretty sure I can talk my way out of a lot of situations for myself. Now, you guys, you're probably screwed should, fire meet the road. But I think with all of your strong abilities, and Rye's just been going on and on about this new thing he wants to show everybody. Worst case scenario, we'll see how far we can get before we have to get to that point.
should we have like a code word or a signal when it's time?
Ow.
One of those
When
common
Bahn goes down.
Yeah. When.
All right. I'm
Is
ready.
anybody else? Alaric mentioned that he's looking full vampire lord. Is anybody else making any kind of alterations or anything?
Io puts on her wig.
Hide it. That's what I normally do.
Man, that's a callback. I think I've still got a fur cloak from when we left to head north, and I'm gonna keep that on over like my gold cloak stuff, my golden robe.
Did you want to look like our red sister again?
I haven't really tried to do that on account of your, circumstances. With your permission, I could definitely try it if you think we should, but I thought we were just walking in there like we own the place.
We can do that.
Oh, Lucian's side.
The invitation worked on the guards. They just accepted it. I
Yeah.
don't see why it wouldn't work again.
Okay.
Rye's wearing his red silk cloak, the mantle of blood vengeance.
There you go. That also came off of Red Sister, I believe.
Mhm.
It's billowing.
It's billowing somehow, fluffing himself. Yeah, you all head down as quite the entourage down this path. It's pretty conspicuous because there's nobody else around, so the guards obviously pay you rapt attention. There are, as I mentioned, several loitering dwarf-like figures who, you think they're dwarves, but they look almost feral. Like they're just kind of like twitching and milling about in circles and almost like sniffing. It's very unsettling. And then the other two are a kind of green-skinned, yellow-eyed figure with a black robe and an older man in red and brown robes. And it's this older man who glowers at all of you imperiously, even at Alaric's full vampire countenance, and says, "Who approaches the Midnight Temple at this late hour? Ceremony is nearing its completion."
Baron Nilo of Morgau and his entourage.
You can
crosses
see.
his arms all tough.
Yeah. The man huffs, says, "Your invitation, Baron?"
Just points casually to Io.
One of the dwarves comes up and honestly acts like a monkey almost more than a person, just kind of like, and just kind of snatches it from you and like sniffs it and then runs back to the man, and he takes it, unfurls it, and looks at it. You've come quite late and with such an odd entourage. I don't believe that one has any blood. Gestures at Io.
You would be correct.
Why would you travel with the bloodless?
Why wouldn't I? Less competition back home. It's a servant that I don't have to worry about.
Juan just like looks over.
I'm just my eyes are low, like I'm trying to be act like a servant. I don't know what that means though with my background. With my noble background, I don't know what it means to be a servant. So I'm just lowering my eyes.
How many triggers can Alaric hit in one conversation?
Alaric, go ahead and give me a deception check with advantage. As you pass off the whole ruse. Or attempt to, anyway.
Oh, wow.
That is impressive.
Oh, wow.
A nat 1 with advantage
Double nat 1.
is
Epic.
impressive, sir.
We are going to die.
No inspiration or anything, I take it?
Let's
You do
double
have
check.
inspiration.
No, I don't. I burned it last game.
Can I give him mine?
I was gonna say, Rye pats him on the back. It's try again, buddy.
No, with a nat 1, that's just too hilarious not to follow up on. You are doing your best, but you slip in one of your movements. You kind of lean forward or something, and the holy robe locket like spills out of your shirt and dangles and begins to pulse gently. And you see the Darakul immediately does like a reeling, hissing motion, and all hell begins to break loose around you all.
Ow. Is it now?
See.
Ow. I pick my eyes up just enough to look at Bahn and go, ow?
Is this the signal time? All right, you all are down at the bottom middle of this map. And I'm going to ask for some initiative here.
Well, that escalated quickly.
Yeah.
We didn't even get to the door.
Nope.
That is impressive. I don't know. Nat 1 on advantage. It's been a hot second since I've seen that. No surprise round here, because you all are equally aware of one another. Lucian, Alaric. I need Bahn.
I clicked on my token.
Oh,
For some reason, it didn't do it. I'll try again. So the original roll was a 6.16.
okay.
If you want to change it back.
6. Put in order. Boy, that initiative runs the gamut. All right, so yeah, you all are pretty sure the jig, whatever jig was going on, is up. That is the break music. That's not the battle music. Now's not the time for break.
After duel ones, maybe I need a break.
Yeah. And Rai, you are the first to kind of realize that you recognize that holy robe coming out. And you know it's about to go down. So you see the enemies immediately start pulling weapons. These dwarves have these kind of hook sticks that they wield and kind of yell at you all.
So Rai's going to cast Frenzied Bolts on guy with robe.
Black robe or the one who was talking to all of you? The old man.
The one who said that you wheeled up.
Okay.
I'm sorry. I thought it was the same guy.
Those are two different guys, actually. Yeah,
Okay.
the one who reeled up and reacted the most was this one in the black robes. And you all can see from this distance that he definitely looks like a ghoul of some sort. Let's see, Frenzy, that's the attack roll one.
Yeah.
15 does hit.
And this is the one that does all the weird damage.
So
It's 15
Okay.
points of.
Oh yeah, this
something weird.
matters.
Where I had it somewhere too.
Did I never make you a table?
Oh, no, but I have it in my my bio. All right, so
This has been a while since I've seen it.
Oh my goodness! Look how long it's been for me. All right, 2, so it'd be cold damage.
Okay, cold is fine. He feels all of the cold.
And
15.
let's see, attack roll was odd. Then it goes to somebody else, and my attack roll
7.
was a 7, so it goes to somebody else. The bolt leaps to a new target of my choice, so I have it go to the other guy.
Okay.
Right next to him.
Yep.
Do I make a new attack requiring a new spell attack roll? 1 second. I do that, but I don't get my spell slot back. There you go. 13.
13 does not hit, actually. It tries to like blast him, and you see he's got like armor appears and like arcane sigils around him.
And then kind of move to an overwatch position after that. Here. And that's my turn.
Okay. Yeah, this the old man will yell at you. Infiltrators. I'll not disrupt the proceedings. And he pulls his hand forward and begins to conjure black tentacles all around you.
Ew.
All around you. Should do the descriptions better on this one. Oh, it does still say Everett's black tentacle. That's funny. In the spell description, Kobold Press can't use can't say Everett's black tentacles. I could just say black tentacles. It's store brand black tentacles. Summoning ebony tentacles for like 20 foot square on the ground. Well.
Ew.
Yeah. For the duration, these tentacles turn the ground in the area into difficult terrain when a creature enters the affected area for the first time on a turn or starts its turn there. So this is a weird one where it actually doesn't affect you until you start your turn in the area. I'm also going to move it to the back. But that is a concentration spell. I wish Roll20 had a good indicator for that, so you could come up with a...
There's like an eyeball one that I use on mine, but was it this guy here
Yeah.
that just did that?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna let's put this little nuclear symbol. And then he will step, that was his action. He's gonna step over here, and you see him, he produces a key from his from inside his robes and begins fiddling with the lock on the door, and you realize the doors must be locked. Let's see. These crazy dwarf-looking guys, they definitely don't want to enter the tentacles, but I think they can dance outside. 5, 10, 15. And this one will try to attack Lucian with his hooked spear. And randomly roll a 21. Almost a crit.
Oof.
What is my ace? Haven't played in a while.
Oh, come off it, sorcerer.
So-
Hang on, let me check my AC, guys.
Oh, it should be, yeah, it'd be 15. Yeah, it hits.
We will do the... prone could be fine, but we'll do the 2 damage. Actually, prone... Is prone worse for the... Let's see, what is prone? Hang on, DM's gonna take a minute. Oh, prone's not doing anything for dex saves, though. No, yeah, just do the 2 damage. I thought it'd be fun, it could, like, kind of jam you into the tentacles, but mechanically I don't think it quite works like that. Alright, so it is your turn. Now that you're in the tentacle world, I need a dexterity saving throw. DC 15. All
Missed
right.
it by that much.
Go ahead and roll 3d6. That's pretty good for you. You take 8 bludgeoning damage, and you are restrained by the tentacles. As one of them wraps around you and just starts squeezing.
So I'm going to Misty Step myself out of there.
Mm-hmm.
I'll come right up on this corner. And I'm gonna mind sliver this guy. Bumble in with the door.
Okay.
Intelligence saving throw.
Intelligence save. This guy's got pretty good. Oh my
Hey, your turn.
goodness! I just had a pretty good
Yay.
intelligence,
A
as
lot
you
of
know.
those be.
And yet,
Welcome to the party.
not gonna solve this friggin' nat 1. Ow! For 11 damage? Jeez, that's a cantrip.
11 psychic. Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
And then he gets a D4 off his next save.
Well, his next save is concentration for the damn... Oh no!
yeah. Oh.
And you said it's a D4 off his save? Jeez.
Yeah.
What a 1-2 punch. Alright, so because it's the D4, that actually deactivates the tentacles as interrupts his concentration. Wow.
I'm just gonna come around the corner here.
He yells back and says, "Get that!"
Smack him.
Or, what voice amazing? Get that one! Cannot interrupt!
There's another one. Yeah.
Yeah, Lucian, you note that around the corner is another entrance, and there's other of those dwarves like milling about. Further in.
Oops.
Yeah, you take a step back. But yeah, that's my turn. Yeah. I think you actually went 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Yeah, I can't actually get to you. But this one will run after you after being beckoned by the mage. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Or wait, can it? Let's see. No, okay. Can make it there in 30. So it will use the dash action to actually get in your face, but then that's as far as it can go. It just like charges you and swings its spear wildly at you. All right, Alaric, no longer in Tentacle Land.
Which is a nice place to be. Following Rye's lead, I'm going to do a blast from the past, and you'll hear Alaric call out, "Your hour has come." And we remembered that this has been scaled down to only people within 5 feet of me. So Alaric becomes an angel of death.
Christmas
So
Saber
they
be
need-
stunned. Okay.
Yep.
Let's do the Darrow. Alright, Darrow number 2. These guys are not very charismatic. Darrow number 1. And the Darakul. Let's see, creature that. Okay. Yeah, they all are bad at charisma. Wow, except that one. The Darakul actually barely makes a save, but you definitely stunned both the dwarves.
And can't take a potion, can I?
I think we can use it as a free action. I guess I haven't formally adopted our new house rules from Call from the Deep into this game, which I probably should, just because that would be way less confusing for me.
Okay.
But I will let you. I will go
I'll hold
let
off
you.
a minute. It's fine.
Okay.
I'll hold off. And that's my move and my action.
Yeah, so both those Darrow are stunned until the end of your next turn. So they just sit there and... It's actually not very different from how they were acting before. It's less vicious, I guess. Alright, the Tarakul... It's faced right now, doesn't like that. He will turn around Alaric and reach in an attempt to, having seen through your ruse of who you really are, he will like hiss back and see his like huge rotting teeth and snap in for a bite. Oh, I can usually bite Alaric.
I'm glad you can't.
Yeah, and then as a quick side, he'll thrust a dagger or try to, of course, with that one. Or maybe. What's your AC?
18.
18, okay.
I won't use my reaction to block it.
That's only 3 piercing damage. But I did that so that he can cast a Misty Step, and he disappears in a puff of black smoke 30 feet away. 25, 30. Zoop. All right, Bahn.
Bahn will start to walk up toward this guy. He'll get about here, and he'll say,
Whoa, 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 whoa. Everybody's overreacting. The Baron simply stole the robes from the sister. He brought it here as a wedding present. It was supposed to be a surprise, and he kept it inside his shirt the whole time, and now you're ruining it. Everybody needs to just calm down.
It's the food speaking.
Bond reaches for his rapier, like for half a second.
And he says, I'm simply speaking for the Baron, for you've attacked him.
Oh, ruse is no longer welcome.
Bond shrugs and says,
All right.
what's he wearing?
Robes, looks like.
Okay, that doesn't help me.
Are they,
Well, that's attractive.
is that a metal mantle by any chance?
I think he's wearing like pure robes, and any armor he's got, you saw was like
all cloth?
arcane. Yeah.
Okay. Just making sure that there's no metal on him.
Don't eat my metal, you bastard.
Just making sure. Okay. Well, will you let me roll a persuasion check? And if I roll a 25, we can make progress? And that's my whole action.
We're bartering.
I don't know. 25 is pretty high.
So your argument is, you basically want to keep the ruse going as much as you can.
Yeah. Trying again. It's okay if no.
Yeah,
you don't have to feel
Well,
obligated.
hey,
to
no,
say
I'll give me a deception, Chase. You're still having to lie, so it's still deception. So give me a deception check, and yes, it's gonna be.
Yeah,
pretty high.
I'm shooting for 25 or higher, and I'm fine with that.
Just to show off that one.
Got 26.
Yeah, the man pauses for a moment and says, the Baron's strength is impressive, but you are a little more than food for the guests. If the Baron wants admittance, one of you must be added to the abattoir.
Damn it.
Do you volunteer?
Damn it.
Okay, so I'm frustrated because we haven't had a long rest and I don't have greater invisibility, but I have greater invisibility normally as a high level spell. He'll kind of look back at everybody else and then he'll just say,
Yeah, sure, yeah.
I'm vigorously shaking my head no in your general direction.
Remember, you can talk to each other. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like earring, kill them all. And I say that with my Alaric combat voice. Kill them all.
Combat voice engaged. He looks willing to make this deal.
I'm going to continue with this path. What everybody else chooses to do on their turns up to them.
Okay.
But Bond's going to continue down this path right now. I
Well,
got what I wanted. I got to show off my deception.
If this is going to happen, then he's going to look around and see if the rest of the party stands down, basically.
Bond will, in his head, just say, I think I've got this.
And in your head back, you're going to hear something Io's never said, which is, "Are you fucking crazy?"
I don't know how much more time do we have during this round.
As much as I'm entertained by it.
Okay. He'll respond back. Well, we've made it this far. We still have a chance.
Rye winks at Bahn. Oh, got it.
I think we've got a solution.
At which point Bond will take another step forward
Okay.
toward him.
Yeah. If I have consent from everybody and he looks around and notices everybody is, sheathing their weapons or pressing the end combat button on their screen, then I will end combat.
And he'll turn and he'll say, "Master, it's your final decision."
I was a guest and made to bleed my own blood. They die.
Alaric, you also see that the dark pool over here is not part of this plan, and he doesn't look like he's necessarily. You may think he might just split, but he knows he's the one that noticed the holy robes, and he seems particularly maybe even recognition crossed his face or something.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I'm fine us continuing to fight.
Okay. I will say that you have temporarily distracted the Blood Mage. So if anybody were to attack him, they would have advantage against him because he is kind of locked into the conversation that Bond has been having.
Bond might take one more step this way then.
Okay. Io.
Good Lord. Okay. I am going to cry and then rust. Okay. I'm going to cast something that I've never cast before. And I'm going to do it hopefully in a strategic place. So I'm going to cast Moonbeam. And I'm going to cast it right in front of this door.
Okay, right next to the...
Yep. So hopefully that will force him to move away from unlocking the door.
Let's see, 5-foot radius. Okay. So not touching him, so not affecting him, but just kind of in the general vicinity right next to it.
Well, wait, can I place it right on somebody to start? I thought I had
Wherever
to
you
place
want.
it in an open...
Yep.
On a point within range.
Yeah, never mind. On top of that dude. Yeah.
Nuclear launch detected.
Yeah. So I thought I had to put it in an open space. So yeah, I want it on him.
Okay.
And it's basically, at this point, damaging him and protecting the doors. So he cannot get inside and notify anybody.
Okay. This is also
That's
one
my
where,
goal.
Doesn't happen until his turn. Creature enters the spell's area the first time on a turn or starts its turn there. Okay. Yes, the silvery beam of pale light shines down from the sky. This dude was not paying any attention to that. So one might say he might have disadvantage on that save.
Okay. And I would like to retreat as far away as my cute, adorable little feet will take me. And the map has, like, basically I'm off grid.
Yeah, I added a few more squares because I realized we're going to need more squares.
So consider me as far back as my distance will take me.
Okay.
Just 30 feet.
Okay.
And that is it.
All right, Rye.
Can Moonbeam and multiple other things coexist in the same square along with that guy? Such as maybe
Crossing the
some magma.
streams.
Magma erupting from the
as above,
from the
so
ground.
below. Yeah. That guy's gonna have a bad fucking day. I think you can. Yeah. I think that's a hilarious combo.
All right. And you said with advantage?
Is this
Because I can.
is it an
all right,
attack
I think
roll or
it's
does he make a save?
It's a thing. It's a thing.
Diameter, 5 foot tall, cylindrical mountain of magma erupts from the ground in a space of your choice within range, so literally the same size. So this one does happen right away. A creature in the space takes 3d8 fire damage. Have as much as a successful dex saving throw. All right. So yeah, I'll give him disadvantage on this. Dex save. Ooh, disadvantage was good there. He was distracted. That is going to be a fail. He takes, 14 fire damage. Moonbeam, I'm gonna have to jump back. Okay, so he's got that under his feet. And Bahn, you see this, like, just talking to him, and all of a sudden... he's still up, and you guys have done some damage to him, too.
And that's my turn.
Okay, so now he's going to trigger the Moonbeam, which is a con save. Also at disadvantage. Oh, there's the double ones on the con save for that one.
Did you see the Stan smile?
I did not miss the smile. Oh no, my hubris.
Feel my pain.
I know. Io, give me a 2d10 radiant damage. I think you're muted, yeah.
Good lord, I'm talking to Ether here. It's 15 radiant. It rolled it when I cast the spell the very first time.
Okay.
Sorry.
Interesting, when you see this beam come down and then that damage blast him, you see the stones glow angrily at this and pulse. And you can see that some of that radiant damage actually like sizzles off of the mage's skin.
Like he's being protected?
One might say. It does do some damage to him, but you notice it doesn't do its full effect. And he is quite upset about all of this. Let's see. He will step over here to get the hell out of all this bad shit in here. And then he will look at you, Bahn, and just raise his hands up and says, "You." And he's got all these like, scars all over him from this damage that just blasted him. Like, "You will be food." And you suddenly feel like your pulse quicken. And I'm going to need a Constitution saving throw as he drains the lifeblood from you and everybody within 20 feet of him, which is frustratingly not many of you because you all fled the coop.
7.
It's not good. Alaric, I need one from you also.
I'm gonna use my inspiration.
Okay. That will absolutely kill this guy. This one dwarf down here.
Inspiration didn't help. I got a 4.
Yeah.
So I have to double check exactly how my parry at works. But while you wear this pendant, you stabilize whenever you're dying at the start of your turn.
Spoiler alert. Bahn is going down.
I'm down.
28 necrotic damage on a failed save. As he drains your blood and then gains temporary hit points equal to the single highest amount of necrotic damage dealt.
Alaric goes down as well.
Holy crap. And you see this blood just like coming into his hands and absorbing into his body.
Shit.
That's a lot of temporary hit point. How much did he do? How much damage did he do to either of you?
28.
28.
Oh, yeah.
22 to me.
Well, wait, this is necrotic damage?
Necrotic damage specifically.
I take half.
Nice.
I'm still up. I'm still up.
He did 22 to you, Bahn?
Yes.
Okay, so he gains 22 temporary hit points. And that was his action for sure.
That hurt a lot.
Yep. He will... What is he going to do? Down here. Now he's feeling more powerful with the blood. That one died from the blood loss, however. Friendly fire. Lucian! Peeking around the corner back there.
Yeah. That changes what it's gonna do. Well, I could. They're on the other side of the battlefield. I'm just gonna come this way. I'm gonna cast Dissonant Whispers. I want them to run that way, not around the corner with the others.
Mm-hmm.
Wisdom.
Not too wise. These guys are not making saves.
Just 5 psychic, but he does run this way.
Uses his reaction to run as far away from you as possible. So that would technically trigger an attack of opportunity from you.
It'd have to be a melee though, right? Is that a Warcaster?
I think so, yeah.
Is it right? Yeah. Dagger it is. Oops.
She's just like, where's my dagger?
Dagger. Ooh, 23.
There's his dagger.
That's,
Oh,
yeah.
Found it.
Just flies out and stabs the guy.
I meant to do that.
Yeah, give me some damage.
Yeah. Oh, I thought that was the damage. Sorry.
That's way
That
too
was
much
8,
damage.
yeah. That was 8, yeah. So 4
You're,
piercing.
you're not Kovac. I don't think that's
Yeah.
damage.
No, not the 20. I thought the 8 was a thing.
All right, you do actually cut him pretty good, and he's like limping away in fear. Runs out.
All right. Yeah, I'll just stick there then. That's my turn.
Yeah. Oh, forgot about that. Oops. And this Darrow doesn't seem to want to fuck with you since that happened. So instead it will amble down this way. Io is pretty far away, but I think Rai is still in the general vicinity. We'll attempt to attack you with its spear.
Nope.
Ineffectively, though. Alaric, you do note these guys are going to come out of their stun at the end of your turn.
Yep. So going back to that potion thing.
Yes.
If I don't move, can I drink my potion?
You can. I think. Yes. You can
Okay.
drink it as a free action if you don't move. If you do move, I
Okay.
think we determine it was a bonus action to drink a
So
potion.
I'm going to Alaric once again in full vampire mode is going to pull up the vial of blood that we were given, the mark of blood that has been charged as a superior healing potion, and just drink this like a pint of blood.
Just irises
And-
just completely engulfed. The eyes.
I will take that.
Wow.
26, and then keeping on theme, we'll turn to one of these stunned Darrow, his fangs still out. They will start dripping blackness as I will take a bite out of crime. They can't dodge because they're stunned,
Correct.
so that's
So I think it's let me see.
2d8.
You have advantage against them. It says attack rolls against you have advantage. So you make a
Okay.
melee spell attack, but you would have advantage on the attack.
Okay. So that's 20 plus 7.
Sounds right.
I'll take that.
And that is a crit. Didn't even need the advantage to get the crit on that one. Very impressive.
And so
So that's 4d8, I think you're about to do?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Holy crap. You're taking a bite out of his whole career.
Sorry, I don't have a backspace button.
No errors. I said no errors. Gotta type very carefully.
48. So that's 15.
I would love to tell you exactly how many hit points this bastard has. Which one would you like to fight?
The one closest to the door.
Okay, number 2.
Yeah. And there's a +1 because I already have a bite attack. And I get to add my charisma modifier to it, so that's another +4. So that's 20 points of necrotic, and I get a hit dice back.
You absolutely annihilate, like just huge fang. Everybody else just sees you just become full monstrous vampire and just engulf this stunned dwarf.
I finally got to bite somebody.
Exciting. So one of them does get to be shocked out of stunned. for that, and I'm gonna have this one roll a wisdom save to see if he shits his pants after what you just did.
Oh, and I also get 1d4 temp hit points, by the way.
Okay.
Sorry.
Surprisingly, he's not quite shit his pants. I'm also gonna give you inspiration for that because that was a very cool 1, 2, 3 punch you did.
Yeah, 1 temp hit point. I'll take it.
So yeah, this guy instead steals himself and screams angrily and attempts to hit you with a spear. But that is definitely not going to hit. You easily deflect that blow.
And just growl in his face, dripping just blood covering my entire face.
This one, we got to the Darakul, is... Sorry, the big spellcasters are always intimidating. Radius sphere.
No, just look at him. It's like, you're next.
Mm-hmm. It just hisses at you, and will wave his hands as scorching rays come firing towards you, Alaric. It doesn't ask me what slot I want to put it in, or does that change? Oh, just one additional ray. Okay. He's gonna cast it at 4th level, so that would be 5 rays, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
All right, that was ray number 1, 10, not gonna hit. Ray number 2, 19.
I will cast Aegis, and a cloud of black shadows just form around Alaric. My AC goes up to 20
Boy.
for the next 5 rounds.
All right, we're gonna test that here. Number 3. There you go, 21. 7 fire damage comes through.
You do have 5 temporary hit points from that if you didn't catch it.
5 temporary hit points?
Oh yeah, he just does
Yeah.
give you temporary points. It looks like it.
Okay, so...
That would override your 1, but yeah.
Yeah, so just 2.
Yeah, so 2 points of damage, okay.
Yep. Number 4, Ray. And number 5, Ray.
Holy cow.
Man, good Ray hits, yeah. For 10 fire damage on that one. Just a bombardment of... He's just hissing. He will walk back a little bit further, try to make some distance.
And then Darakul, you cannot hide from me.
Bahn, so you have your special item. Can
Wound
you
closure.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Remind us.
I don't know if I actually have a thing.
You
for
can
it.
just copy and paste or something in the text.
Yeah, that I will do. Sorry, I wasn't prepared.
To die.
To die.
I even warned. I put up the Saruman gif.
Yeah. I looked for a response to that, but I couldn't find anything.
We'd fall into a Lothar meme thing, and it would be all over. And not getting worked
so I don't have to roll death saving throws, but while Bahn's on the ground, he's trying to like mumble. Nobody can hear him, but he's trying to mumble the spell for entropic damage field, the one that affects everybody. He's just
No, I think we all hear that in our heads and we know what's coming.
and that's my turn. I just can't cast it.
Yeah. All right, Io, you do sense that Bahn has gone down, but is not bleeding out at least.
Okay, that changes my plan, so I'm gonna bonus action healing word because we need Bahn in the fight. And hopefully we can get him up at least. with 6 points of healing.
Ah,
And then Io is pissed. I would like that moonbeam to follow this jerk and sit right on top of him again. Yep. And I am...
Is that a bonus
Moving-
action to move it? I forget.
No, it's my action.
Oh,
I have
action.
to use my action to move it. Yeah.
Okay.
So bonus action heal, action move, the moonbeam. And I am using movement to create more distance between me and anybody that's going to hit me.
Okay. I'm not used to long-range spellcaster IO. This is kind of freaking me out a little bit.
Kite him.
Yeah, like tactician, healer, support IO. Just completely switched roles.
And that is my turn.
All right, Rye, you've got a dude in your... I'm going to put you over here. You've got a deranged dwarf in your face, although he is pretty wounded.
What does the moonbeam do to me if I were in that space?
Hurt.
You would take damage.
I don't-
It's not
burns.
friendly. I
It
mean,
really
Yeah, it's not a
burns.
friendly fire setting, so I think you would...
no.
It would hurt. Okay.
There's only one way to find out, my friend.
There is. However, I'm taller than this dwarf, right? So I look over this guy. No offense, Bahn. So I look over this guy at the blood mage, and I just like, and I when that happens, in his mind is sheer pain.
oh man.
Power word pain.
Nice.
And all I say is, boom.
Nice. Nice.
Wow. That's on this guy right here? He's mentioned?
Yeah, on the blood mage.
On the
Yep.
blood mage. All right. A constitution save. Is it the fancy spell?
Yeah, this is my new level 4 spot.
Nice. All right.
I figured if he did so much damage on us.
He did.
He just takes that damage first round.
Yeah.
He takes 40-10.
There's no save on the first one.
Oh, wow. Sorry. Yeah, you're right. One creature within 60 feet just takes 4d10 force damage. What the hell? And then at the start of each...
This is Magic Missile on steroids.
Yeah, at the start of each of its turns, the creature must make a successful con save or take another force damage. My bad. Okay. So 31. I have to do some math. He's got some temporary hit points from the Blood Feast. Okay.
So it takes 9 real points after
Yes,
the 22-10.
you're right. You are. I've been paying attention to that. Okay, so he takes 9 real points of damage, and he is suddenly much more worried as that affects him. And apparently he's going to come back and rock him again at the start of his turn. At the start of each of its turns? Oh, until he makes the save. Okay. My God, and it's not concentration. That's crazy.
Yep. But I mean, he did a lot of damage to us. So I was like, okay, it's fine.
That's fair.
He doesn't have any concentration effects, does he?
Yeah, that's what's cool.
Yeah, this guy's not concentrating anything at the moment, I think. Okay, so we've got the Moonbeam. Well, at the start of each of its turns. So the force damage.
Yeah.
So I already made that save, basically,
Oh.
which was a fail. So Rye, give me another 4d10 force damage, and then Io, give me... Or no, he makes the save for the Moonbeam, doesn't he? Is that another con save?
Double
Nice.
checking.
Yeah, it's a con save.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
DC 16, and then 2d10 or half. Okay, so he makes the save,
Makes that one, yeah.
but he still takes 7 radiant damage.
Okay, between that and the booming pain, his ear suddenly just pop and blood just bursts out of the sides, and he gives off a withered gasp, and just collapses to the ground, and blood just is like the end of Blade, where just blood just keeps pouring, and like way more blood than should be in his body just seeps out and just pours everywhere.
Save some of that.
Scoop it back up.
Lucian.
Alaric just turns and looks. Hmm?
It's like when we smell bacon.
I'm moving there. Using a bonus action and cast Thunder's Stampede.
Charge.
So is it 3 targets plus myself? No, wait.
Yes.
That's where I get confused.
Yourself and up to 3 targets.
Myself. Okay. So, Ryu. I'm gonna leave Bahn out of this. I don't think he wants to get into melee.
I like the idea of a thunderous charge while he's on the ground prone. Like, he's scooting toward him. Yeah.
He just somehow ends up in the moonbeam. Oh, crap!
I'm too far away, so you can't target me anyways.
Huh? 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. No, you're within 30.
She's been.
No, I'm not actually there.
She's been running off
I'm-
grid for a while.
Oh,
Yeah.
shoot.
She's
Okay.
back in the
Yeah,
forest.
to maintain my
Um,
concentration. Yeah.
I don't know. Do you want it, Bahn?
Sure.
Well, you don't have to take it. You can. I'll give it to you, but
It's up to, so
it's up to you. Yep,
Yeah.
if you want to take it.
Yep.
So yeah, you can move up to 10 feet in a straight line and make a melee weapon attack.
Should we do that right now?
Yeah, it's use your reaction to do it, and you can shove if you prefer.
Jeez, you got +5 bonus attacks damage or shove the target 10 feet. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't really get anywhere, but I'll.
I've burned my reaction already.
Oh shoot.
Yeah, nobody else is close enough. Well, Vi can attack, but you can't.
I'd have to go into that moonbeam. Correct.
Well, you just don't stop in it.
I already used my 30 feet
Yeah.
to
so-
get here.
I stabbed the dwarf in front of me.
Yeah, I gotta.
That's my
Looks
roll.
like I can't click his button. Hang on. That's actually enough to kill this.
Oh,
It was
nice.
really weak. It'd been damaged from the distant whispers.
I'm riding such a high. I don't even notice that it barely did anything. It's just like, yes, I killed another one.
Tra-tra-tra.
Mm-mm.
And who else? Was that it?
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, I could move 10 feet, but it wasn't near anybody that was alive.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah, because
Well,
Alaric
it
did
gets
the
you up.
Aegis thing.
Is Alaric allowed to move and just not attack because he uses reaction? Like, could he position himself so he's closer to?
The way it's worded, it says targets
Wow.
other than you must use their reaction to move and attack under the effect
Wow,
of Thunder or
okay.
Stampede. So I guess in order for them to do anything, they have to use their reaction.
So
I
that
don't
was
know
a
if
bonus.
this would be allowed. Would that move Bond 10 feet and still be prone, or would he move 5 feet and stand up?
I would let you choose.
I don't know the rule interaction there.
You can either prone,
But if I can
crawl,
use my
or
reaction to,
to
like
stand up, then yeah.
be forced up basically
Mhm.
by his
I mean, it's magical.
thunder stampede.
It's
Yeah.
half
yeah.
your movement.
Yeah, it's just like the
Yeah.
energy just like lifts Bond up basically. Yeah.
Get in there.
But now you wouldn't have to use your half your movement to stand up on your actual
And
turn.
it's like against
Right.
Bond's will. He's like, no.
Picking him up by the scruff of his neck.
So yeah, that's a bonus action. So I still can cast Cantrip, Ray of Frost, this guy here. Not with that.
Oof.
Oh,
So many nat ones tonight.
I know.
Gosh.
This was last game too.
Yeah.
All right.
Good. The one nat 20 from Alaric, which was the big attack. And speaking of which, it is your turn. The only ones that are left, you've got the one Darrow right next to you, and then the Darakul who flung a bunch of fire rays at you.
Take one step forward and we'll say lights out. And
On save.
yep, con
Who's
save
that
DC
on?
15 on. Oh, geez.
I assumed it was the Darakul, sorry.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oddly has been making the saves. Nobody else has.
Yep. So, I just took my one step towards this pillar to block this Darrow and didn't get too much farther.
Yeah, Darrow keep trying to swipe you with its spear, but it's hilariously ineffective.
Just casually put my shield up.
Just knock him aside. Honestly, the Darakul kind of liked what he did before, although there's also more of you. Yes. You're all still annoyingly separated. How am I supposed to get some cool AoEs off if you all scatter like roaches? It's because I opened with AoE and everybody's like, nope, gotta scatter like roaches. Yeah, I think he's just gonna focus fire on you again, Alaric, and with the fire ray, seeing that even though you had some good defenses, a couple of them got in.
Yeah. Bonus action will just keep the Aegis going. So he's just covered in shadows.
This is gonna be on 3rd level this time, so it's 4 rays. 1, 2, 21, 5 fire damage, 3, wow, never stop scorching ray, or 8 fire damage, and 4 is gonna miss. And he's still liking all the burns over your body. Says you're far. Keeps trying to dance around. At this point, kind of getting behind the stone, trying to get cover for any range attacks. Bahn.
I'm needing to make a lingering injury roll.
Thank you.
So I'm supposed to roll a con save first.
Yeah, you get to
My
make a
bad.
con save.
I was preemptive.
You never know.
Was that if you go down or just
If you
make
hit 0.
death saving throws? Oh, okay.
Okay, so 16.
Oh, you
made it.
staved off the lingering injury this time.
So my leg hurts real bad still, but I'm gonna kind of hobble over here.
You think you had one because you're so used to one. You just
yeah.
automatically start feeling
Yeah,
like
just-
phantom pains.
Ah.
Yeah, psychosomatic.
I don't know. Does that line give me line of sight to him?
Yes, oh, for
Looks
sure.
like it.
Okay.
Yeah, I think he might have a little bit of cover from behind, because these are, what I say, human-sized stones, so pretty effectively just pieces of walls.
He'll reach up and he'll say, actually, hold on a second. I need to learn my character better still. Bonus action for that part. Okay. So yeah, he'll reach up and he'll kind of hold the circlet of blasting
Oh,
that I have,
yeah.
and I'll scorching ray back.
Okay, breaking out the magic items.
So an 11's probably not going to do it.
No, sir.
followed by another 11. So this is good.
No.
And then a 23.
23 will do it, though. That finds
That will do
purchase.
6 fire damage.
Alright. He hisses angrily.
Bonus action, I'm going to give... Actually, I need to see how far I went. 5...
And you can see the Darkghoul is pretty fairly wounded. He got beat up. I think it was Alaric that damaged him early on in the fight before he escaped.
No, I think it was Rye.
And
Rye's
I'm gonna
Chaos
give
Bolt.
Okay, that's
Right.
right.
a bardic inspiration and say I guess it was cooler than I thought.
Who's that to?
Right.
Alright, Io.
Man.
Please move that moonbeam exactly 60 feet to its new target.
Gosh. She's just playing an RTS. The rest of you are down on the battlefield, but she's just got the map laid out in front of her and moving pieces.
And I will come back close enough in case I need to help or heal or anything. Just I'll start to make my way closer back. And that is my turn.
Alright, Rye.
Alright, so if I move up, can I see him? I don't know where.
You can
There.
see him. Yeah, it's kind of right at the
1,
edge
2,
of your
3,
view.
4, 5, 6. Alright, yeah, I can see him. And I'm gonna pull out my trusty musket and blast him.
Oh,
yes.
nat
So Bond
20.
reaches up as soon as it happens. Damn it!
Right behind it. Your ears explode.
Always right next to Bahn when he does
Yeah.
it. It's beautiful.
Just uses his head as a rest.
Roll on that massive damage. Or you know what? Did I ever change our massive damage table? Shoot. I don't think I did. So in that case, we'll use the old rules, and I'll let him make a save first. But I need to update this for a call from the D because I think I managed to fix all those rules. That's my bad. I need to update this one. Let me give him a con save, which he fails. So go ahead and do that massive damage table.
Alright.
In the future, I need to change it to the new one and have it be auto-occurring every time a crit happens. That was the good save, I think. Get rid of the stunned ones. Frightened of the attacker.
He's so scared.
Cowering. He's got a gun. He's still
And we have
conscious, but pretty heavily wounded.
What's up?
Did that happen to draw more attention to us out here than...
You haven't noticed, and I haven't seen any activity from in the building either. Yeah, a gunshot would be pretty conspicuous, but I mean, so would a lot of spells being flung, so... You haven't... Now, Lucian, you did spot some... Yeah, you do know it's a very large building, and he did see some of these weird dwarf creatures milling about in a side entrance, but as far as you know, they haven't joined the battle. But you've got definitely nothing from inside the temple.
All right. Ray of Frost, the guy next to Alaric.
Oh, Lucian.
Is
What?
That's literally exactly what you rolled last time.
Is it?
Both numbers.
1 and a 4?
Is
Oh no, I lied.
It's like the 12th nat 1 we rolled tonight.
Yeah.
At least you got another crit, though, with
Uh,
Rye. That was...
Yeah. Thought he'd break the mold, but apparently not. Yeah, just back up a hair. That's it. Done.
Alaric.
Okay. I will 15, 20. I can't quite get in range of him, but I can get right in his face.
Darrow trying to swipe at you, but once again, you just ignore him.
Pretty much. And just reach out my hand and skeletal hand will come out. And apparently miss.
Oh man. All these misses right at the end. Everybody's getting tired. Battle fatigue is set in. Darrow looks around. Wants to chase after you, Alaric, but it sees a much juicier target with Bahn. So low on hit points. These creatures don't seem to differentiate much. Now comes the crit now. Now there's another now.
Yep, there's your crit.
Yeah.
Like Bond's reaching up, holding his ears down, and it goes over his head.
Yeah, that's it comes over. Like, nope.
He's got to be the most depressed Darrow ever.
This is the Moonbeam IO. Give me... yeah, he's not doing anything.
Fails. Ugh. Crap. 4 damage.
That Darrakul was looking really bad, but you needed more damage from that to take him down. He seems to be transfixed on you. Oh, but he's afraid of you.
He's afraid of Rye.
I was afraid of Rye, thank you. But he can't move closer to Rye, right? Is that...
Correct.
Disadvantage on attack rolls while the source of your fear is within sight and can't willingly move closer to the source of your fear. Ah. It's a bummer.
Stay over there.
It's a good reason for me to step in front of Rye there, you know?
Yeah. So, instead he will... yeah, trying to use you to, like, block from Rye. He's like... You with me. And he will now unleash Scorching Ray at level 2.
At disadvantage.
At disadvantage, correct. Because he is afraid. Number 1, 10. Number 2, 12. Number 3, 17. Getting better, but not good enough. You can tell he's finally shaken. And he can't move closer, so he's just gonna, like, stumble. I mean, obviously he's trying to get out of that moonbeam, basically. And just kind of stumbles back. And you can see now he seems to be trying to shout for help as he's stumbling back. Bahn.
He pulls out the rapier after looking up and feeling the spear swipe over his head, and he's just going to swipe up into its neck.
Oh, yeah, you are. Another. Look at these crits coming now.
And I'll do Psychic Blades.
He wants him dead.
Yeah, you do. Oh my god.
Yeah.
That is some Kovac damage right there.
It should kill him.
Yeah, dude. You stick that sword in,
47.
and just his eyes go wide, and his head just explodes like just a melon.
How come that can't happen all the time? Okay, and he'll just, like, as the body, like, falls to the ground, he'll just kind of, like, lean over the top of it and just start breathing heavy. That's my turn.
No quips or anything, just very serious.
Yeah, no, just he's
Io.
Well, we all heard him start calling for help.
Yes.
Okay. I almost wonder if, let me see what that is not, I did not mean to do that. Why did it cast? Shouldn't have cast. Okay, that is not within range. Okay, well then, can you park that moonbeam so that it is on the upper side of him?
Yeah.
Yeah. So that if it's if he keeps trying to move or if people are coming, that moonbeam is kind of a wall that they're going to have to run into.
Sure.
Okay. And I should be back now, close enough to everybody between both turns to be back here on the battlefield with everybody.
With the bodies.
And that is my turn.
All right, Rye.
He's gonna come on this side. I guess I can't still.
Yeah, you just saw him take
I
off to
figure-
the north.
If I
Along
come
this.
here, I can see him from here, and then blast him again. Or maybe, I have my bardic inspiration. Is a D8?
I'm gonna scroll back up. I don't remember. Yes.
$15.
15 is good enough. Feeling the
Yes.
inspiration. So for 11 damage, you do the cool like end battle sniper thing where the one dude's running and you're just like tracking him, and then he's just like right when he starts opening his mouth, just and that just bullet goes right through his head, and it just hits the ground. And his body like continues for a little bit and then goes down.
And just cooks in a moonbeam.
Yeah, and then sizzles. I'm gonna take you guys out of combat, but Alaric, you can hear kind of the sound of like murmuring voices coming from right where he was seemed to be running to.
I'll call out in Darakul. Stand down. False alarm.
Okay. You just hear like the murmuring that sounds like very similar to these deranged dwarves, and they seem to accept that. Nobody ventures near, and still no activity from inside the temple itself. And when you go through, none of these guys seem to have anything actually on them worthwhile or useful, except for this blood mage does have a very imposing looking key.
Take that key. I'll turn around and say sarcastically, "Should I take the key, master?"
Alaric will put his fangs away. And then just put as he's calming down, just like, I'm sorry.
It's part of the plan, and I will just hold the key out to. I mean, I'll open the door if that's what you want.
You guys can take advantage of. Well, yeah. You go ahead and open the door. We'll do that first. I can just grab this room real quick. The wide hall has a high vaulted ceiling. 3 double doors of blackened oak block further entry into the temple. The walls between the doors are covered with bas-reliefs of grim warriors. The hands that clutch their battle axes resemble bear claws, and twisted antlers crown their helmets. Alcoves to either side of the hall are stacked with dead humanoid bodies, stripped of any clothing or gear. The sharp coppery scent of blood hangs in the air. Otherwise, it looks like it's very reinforced and probably doesn't look like sound travels too far through this temple area. And other than the bodies stacked in the alcove, you all feel like you could get a quick 5-minute short rest in this area as well. And I think while you all do that, we will take a break, and we will come back in about 10 minutes. Sound good?
Yes.
Perfect.
All right. See y'all in a bit. Ready to come back from our break? All right. So as I mentioned, you have opened the outer doors and found a antechamber here where you can get a short rest amongst the corpses, as adventurers typically do. Move you guys in here. Yeah, Bahn will be rolling some hit dice.
So we lost a lot of our hit dice going through the woods.
It's quite the endurance.
If the outer doors are guarded this well, I think we may need some assistance.
You got a mouse in your pocket?
I can get 2 of them for us.
I still got the elemental gem.
Oh.
But it's kind of tight in here.
Keep that on standby, Rye. I like that.
Didn't that thing turn on us last time?
Man.
I think we can toss that and run. But if you are okay, I can get us 2 friends.
He pops his deck and he's like, yeah, I can go.
I
don't
can.
think this is. We've already seen that Radiant, your light was not well received here. Did not have full strength.
Alaric, when you step into this building,
Mhm.
the holy robes begin to glow in like protest, and you feel it like straining or being strained by the negative energy you feel in this area.
This is most likely unhallowed ground. We may need to fight them with their own strength until we can change things. With your permission, he looks at Lucian specifically. I can summon 2 allies for us.
These are desperate times, my friend. Do what you must.
Are we talking about Mateus?
That he just kind of shudders and it's like, it will not be Mateus, but similar.
Oh. He shudders.
Io will also reach, kind of dangle her little gray bag. I can bring out a few friends and hope that they're the bigger ones.
Yes, please.
Okay. So, towards the end of the short rest, whatever, we can start piling a bunch of allies here into the room with us. So I can.
Is the time for buffing and supporting and summoning.
So I can basically bring up to 3 objects out of the bag, and now it's just a random roll of a D8 as well. So
For each
while
one,
Alaric is doing that, I can do that.
Alaric is animating some of these bodies.
You gave me raw materials.
I did give you raw material. Everywhere you go, pretty much, you got raw material to work with.
So I will conjure 2 of those with respect of it is time for you to get your own vengeance for your death.
Okay.
And once I'm done with that, I will use Divine Recovery to get those 2 spell slots back.
Nice.
Under your
Okay.
control. Okay.
Bond looks
Once
over and he goes,
3.
Kovac, where's your clothes?
Yes. Okay, let's see what the third one's going to be. We got a rat, a dire wolf, and a badger.
Oh boy.
Mushroom.
A rat, a giant rat, a dire wolf,
Yep.
and a badger. Do I already have any of these in here? Let's see.
And a partridge and a pear tree.
Giant rat is in here. That's good.
I think Bond will also say, fair warning. After my first time I get hit, I'm going to use that spell again. I'll wait till I get hit once, but after that, I'm casting it. So 60 feet away from me.
What's it do? I forget.
If I get hit, so do you.
Oh yeah, that one.
Share the pain.
Which will really suck for somebody doing a concentration-based spell.
Yep.
Actually, you might not, right? You're pretty charismatic, aren't you?
I think so.
Yeah. You and Lucian will probably be okay. Everybody else is screwed.
Charisma, I'm okay. But as long as it's not
I am
Constitution,
not.
I'm good.
And it's a sharing of pain, right?
Damage,
Yeah,
yeah.
it's
Like-
entropic
like a
damage
ripple.
field. And yeah, there's like a thing that'll emanate from me, but it gets the enemies too.
And and before we open these doors, Alaric will go up to Lucian and say, "Thank you for being a role model, for showing me that I don't have to give in to this." And I'll give a bardic inspiration to Lucian.
Summoning all your
I
animals.
I don't think I did anything. That is inside of you.
I'm afraid
So-
of what's inside of me. That's the problem.
So it's a
Uh,
giant badger, actually, Eric. It's not a regular badger. Oh, wait. No. Oh, both of them are in the bag? Never mind. I'm confused.
After you say
Mhm.
that, Alaric, Bond will just kind of like walk over and say, just make sure you point to that direction. And like points toward the doors, the enemies. And he says, you keep up the good work.
All
I
right.
guess.
I think I've got it set up where Io should be able to control all the animal tokens and see the sheets, and Alaric should be able to control the ghoul tokens and see those sheets, but tell me if that's
Yep.
not the case. Badger's going to move down to monsters.
Yeah, we send it in the badger.
Everyone behind the badger.
Okay, door breaching. Get the stack ready. So we have 2 ghouls, a bardic inspiration from Alaric, a bunch. We've got the zoo from IO. Anything else we need to do?
Most buffs in 5e don't actually last very long, so...
It was 10 minutes, yeah.
Yeah,
Or
the
is it 10
bardics are 10 minutes.
So you'd have to kind of... I mean,
Yeah.
if you wanted to try to cast something and rush in there, you don't know what's obviously going to be in there, but... Otherwise, I'm going to unlock these doors, because you guys have the key.
Okay.
It's your choice on how you want to approach this. And you have not... This is like completely soundproof, so you have not heard anything... They haven't heard anything, obviously, from in the temple, but you guys haven't heard anything out here.
We can walk in like we're last minute guests again and
Yeah.
try to pull it off. And we
See
have
how it
2
goes.
ghouls in the front to add to the
Ruse.
scene.
I'll put my cloak like way over my head so that just like his snout is barely showing.
Like the Emperor?
Look
The
down
snout.
mostly.
Still got this ghoul mask. Anybody want it?
Nope.
Okay.
I fall in line behind Alaric like the servant, and I will instruct the direwolf ahead of time to stay near Bahn and protect him. So, but I'm not going to send the animals in until we need them, obviously.
Direwolf has more hit points than Bahn.
I know. That's why he's partnering with him.
I find that amazing.
So that's I'm ready.
I'm thinking open doors on this side. Let the 2 ghouls in first, followed by Alaric.
Okay. Ghouls in first, followed by
It's the bride's side or the groom's side?
followed by Alaric. Then I will let you guys spill in as you want while I describe this room. This room is lit with dim red light from the glowing coals that fill iron braziers and from 2 fire pits in the center of the floor. The air is thick with the scent of smoke and fresh blood. This large open area has a high vaulted ceiling supported by beams and arches carved of darkened wood. Thick wooden pillars rise to support the arched ceiling. The walls and pillars bear elaborate carvings of fiends, horned bears, chains, and flames. To either side of the entryway, spiral staircases of carved wood lead to a narrow balcony that encircles the chamber. 2 rows of high-backed pews face the raised sanctuary at the back of the temple. The pews are half filled with a grim audience, some with white dead eyes, others with red-stained teeth, and many of them turn to look at you all as the doors open and you come in. In the back, shallow steps lead up to a large half-domed sanctuary. The woodwork resembles a twisted mass of thorny branches, in the center of which is a flat plaque carved with the image of a bear's claw. An altar carved of black basalt looms below the plaque. The top of the altar is reddened with blood. Standing in front of the altar are 3 individuals, all of them elegantly dressed in fine dresses and leathers. 2 pale figures, a man and a woman, stand beside each other, their arms clasped, while an energetic gnome with a long beard loudly officiates the proceedings. The 3 at the altar they don't stop. They continue doing whatever they're doing. Many of the audience will return to look at you all as you approach this area. Let's see how well you guys can
You have to stop this, correct? We cannot let this happen.
Correct. This needs to end now.
You need to get up there. I have an idea.
Okay. I'm going to announce us as and see if we can pull this off a little bit. So at near top of his voice in Darakul, Alaric will announce himself as Baron Nilo of Morgau and his retinue. Apologies for being late. And continue to walk into the room.
Okay. Go ahead and give me a deception check with advantage. Once again, we'll play this. But while he's doing it, if the rest of you want to do a thing, because he's currently taking, kind of everybody's immediate attention, then please let me know. Ooh, that's a much better deception check.
I have ghouls with me now, so
Source of your strength.
And covered in blood, and yes.
We just ate.
Yeah,
Mhm.
the effect is that
We
nobody.
just
Yeah, you all gore covered. Had our fill back there at the buffet line. Yeah, the effect is that nobody like rushes at you with weapons or anything, but many of them, a couple of them even turn back towards the ceremony, but some of them still eye you very curiously and cautiously. But for now, you're able to walk and continue unopposed. But as I said, if you guys have things you want to be doing, let me know.
Might look odd if I cast Mirror.
I'm gonna have to mark these ghouls somehow as belonging to you guys. Let's put a little angel wings on them.
Okay, I just put red dots on them.
Well,
But-
I got dots on everybody, but we'll put little wings.
Okay.
So
Okay.
it probably would have looked weird had like the wolf followed us in as
You
part
think
of this
that might have been a
entourage,
little
right?
weird, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so we're just gonna make sure that he's back there, kind of surreptitiously where
Vaughn
he
will
needs
just
to
kind of say in
be.
his earring, "Why don't you put him by the front doors or by the side doors? We can open the side doors."
Well, we don't know what's over there. We don't know if that was
Lucian
outside the
and Alaric
building.
both know what's on those side
There's
doors.
people out there. We want to
Oh, is
walk
there?
close to
There's more guards on the side doors.
Okay,
Okay.
abandon the plan.
I will quickly ask in everyone's head. I can preemptively concentrate on some aura of healing if you think we're going to need it. Cough, cough, bond.
Yes.
Or okay, it's a concentration spell. I can cast Aura of Vitality on myself in advance, which will allow me like to move around and cast some healing at will with some bonus actions. If you guys think that will be helpful, I will cast that. Yes, from the group?
I'm not against it.
Okay. All right, then I have an aura surrounding me.
Can I get
Aura of 30 feet. I'll let you do that if you stay pretty far back to the proceedings for now, because that's gonna be pretty distracting to.
Well, I'm gonna. It only lasts for a minute. So what I will do is I will check with the group. But when things start to
Okay.
look like they're gonna heat up, I'm gonna touch. I'll touch my
Have that
heart
ready.
and I'll cast it on myself,
Gotcha.
and then it'll be in effect.
Okay.
So
Yeah, and
the clock is not ticking yet.
it's hard to see on this map, but there is an actual balcony that's above you all that encircles this whole area. That's where these stairs were back here in the lower corners.
Are there people up there?
There's not. The balcony's empty. From what you can tell.
So I'm just kind of walking up like I'm going to take a seat up in the front row.
Bold choice.
And
Excuse me, pardon me, excuse me.
Mhm.
You're that
And
asshole.
I've got my guys are kind of positioning themselves to kind of like they're taking seats.
Yeah. Okay. You can kind of tell from the position of the bride and groom. This seems to be the bride's side. You can see some actual vampire thralls in attendance here. A number of the dwarven berserkers, and then on the other side seems to be more of the ghoulish type creatures.
And so it's a gnome, and can we tell what the others are
I'm going.
up front?
When you get up there, yes, you can pretty clearly see. One of them appears to be very vampire-like. One appears to be very Darkhoul-like. The gnome is an oddity. You're not quite sure what his deal is, but he looks very energetic and animated. He's been talking this whole time about the joining of the dark gods and Kernabog's reign. And the gist you're getting is that this ceremony is largely ceremonial. And by joining these two figures together, because they represent their factions and their gods, they're literally like joining the dark gods together, and that will bring about something that all three of these gods would benefit from, which is eternal darkness.
Okay, sounds like fun.
The problem, Alaric, is that whenever you get up to like here, the holy robes begins to glow uncontrollably. Now I'll give you and everybody else a chance to react to this before, but you are pretty certain this is immediately going to draw attention that's going to be impossible to explain, why you've got like holy light radiating off of you, because this thing has been it's just been
so excited.
pressurized so much, and you can feel it straining out. It's literally, you're trying to like do your best to like, do this, but it's just like spilling, and it's just like the light is just growing more and more.
Time to start this party. I would like to cast a spell, if I may.
Yeah, if you guys want to coordinate something, let me know. Like we can. It seems like
Gigs up, gotta go.
Lucian had an idea.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, I was going to do something.
Go ahead.
I was going to interrupt the ceremony and say, just be like very rude, like, what's her name? Morena.
Mhm.
Morena, I come bearing a gift, a wedding gift. You must open it now. Do I know how this works? I'm going to present the vial of sunlight to her so that she opens it. Can she open it, or would I have to open it? Because I'm attuned to it. If that's the case, I'll open it right in front of you.
Give me the ability description. If you can copy and paste it or something.
Yeah.
Bahn is preparing hypnotic pattern.
Okay. You can use an action to cause the vial to emit bright light in a 30-foot radius until my finish on 30 feet. Light is pure sunlight, causing harm or discomfort to vampires and other undead creatures sensitive to it. Okay. We could probably have an interesting timing with that if you can get close enough to even have it accepted. One thing you note at Lucian, when you get up close, you can see large chests that are very fine and richly decorated. And you haven't seen like tables of gifts or anything, but you see these large chests here.
On either side of the altar?
Yes.
Back here.
Okay.
Yeah.
If I'm back there.
And then Rye, what did you want to be doing before shit hits the fan?
Knowing that he's going to whip out sunlight and I'm sunlight sensitive, I'm going to kind of hide behind one of these pillars a little bit to put a pillar between me and the guy with sunlight.
Yeah.
Well, it's 30-foot radius, right? So it would be
Plus 30.
Oh, plus 30. Oh,
30
boy.
right.
30-foot
30
radius
down.
is pretty big. 60
It's
feet across.
that. Yeah, right. You might want to get behind that other pillar on the left.
That's a lot of sunlight.
Yeah.
Well, I'm hoping to
I
be
mean-
up here when I do it.
You should be fine.
But yeah, so
But I know it's coming, and that's what Rye would do.
Okay. So Lucian, you attempt to just as Alaric's like thing is about to explode, basically. You start attempting, and you go ahead and start speaking. about wanting to. I imagine almost like the drunk wedding guest. It's just like,
You can open this now.
I'm so happy for you guys. I'm just so happy. We're having a great time. At that point, you see them finally acknowledge you all's presence, and both the bride and groom just kind of look at you in disdain, and you see the gnome like in mid sentence just says, "See, don't interrupt me! How dare you!" So you can make it to about right here. And at that point, all of you with your headsets and everything going on, and you can see Alaric's light spilling out, know that you would all have to pull the trigger on your surprise round, which I will let, to make it easy on me, I'm just going to have you guys just roll initiative, and then we'll do a surprise round, and then we'll include everybody else.
So that I set an aura around myself. It's a 30-foot radius. So basically anyone that is within that, I can use a bonus action to either heal them or myself.
Okay.
So
Once again, non-shapeshifting IO. This is crazy.
it's kind of weird. And nerve-wracking.
Do any of the summons do a separate initiative, or is it the deal where they just go where you guys go?
The ghouls can go on their own.
Whatever you want. It's up to DM discretion.
I think the bag of... Does it say the bag of tricks might have a role for that? Because I know when Ray used it, it was like... I think he had to use a bonus action to direct them or something.
Oh, the creature is friendly to you and your companions, and it acts on your turn.
Okay.
You can use a bonus action to command how the creature moves and what action it takes on its next turn, or give it general orders. So my general orders to the dire wolf were to stay within the vicinity of Bahn.
Okay.
And then,
Protect him.
attack
Yeah.
enemies kind of in his vicinity. The other two things, I don't know what the hell they're going to do, but we'll figure it out.
The badger's going to badge.
Badger's gonna badge. That's what he's gonna do.
The badger's going to badge.
We could have the ghouls go when Alaric goes. Would that just be simpler?
That's fine. If that
Okay.
works for you.
Yeah. All right. But they will also get a surprise round. Just remember for all those different animals.
Okay.
All right. So yeah, Io activates first and spills out with the aura of vitality. For her surprise round action, concentration, and use a bonus action to heal people. Can everybody else see the auras, or just me that she's got?
Can't see it.
Let's see if I can make that.
And for the record, Alaric is still hurt.
How about there?
That's nice.
Yeah.
Okay. Then I will. So if Alaric is still hurt this round to start, I will use my bonus action this time instead of bringing the wolf in to quickly heal him.
I mean, the wolf has his instructions, so I think it's only if he needs to be given a certain order, or will he just like auto act?
Okay, so
with his
yeah,
last
if he'll
command, I guess?
auto act to come in position next to Bahn, then he'll do that as well. So that is going to be 2d6. So. All right, Alaric gets 8 healing.
Thank you.
And then that means the wolf can come in, and I measured he can get it to right there on his distance.
All right.
And, yep.
All right, Ra, you've got a surprise round.
Knowing what Lucian intends to do, I would like to hold my turn until after Lucian goes,
Okay.
without declaring what it actually is going to be, because I don't know how it's going to turn out.
I think technically you have to hold an action if I want to be pedantic. I don't think you can actually hold your turn in 5e. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think you can hold a specific action that's triggered upon
correct.
something happening.
and then I think it's your reaction that. I think you have to use your reaction.
Actually uses it. Yeah.
Yeah.
So you could say something like, if he's successful, then.
Okay, so then it would only trigger if I put an if statement at the very beginning of my whole turn. Because for example, I want to cast a spell. All right. So if
Instead
it
of like programming language, yeah.
Right, exactly. If he does that and there's people are still on the stage without the rest of my party on the stage, I
It's made like a
cast
specific
fireball.
wish.
I cast fireball on the stage.
Okay. If people are still on the stage, you mean the altar area?
The altar
Yeah.
area.
Cast-
Which it's presented like a stage.
Sure.
I mean, I'm sure they do theater in this room as well.
Oh yeah, probably on like Tuesdays and Thursdays. Yeah.
It's off Broadway.
Very,
right.
very off. All the ghost dwarves.
I saw
coming.
all the playbills on the outside of signs.
Yeah, they were all crudely painted over, but yeah, it was like Tuesday karaoke night.
That's what I would like to do.
Okay. Bahn.
I would like to cast Hypnotic Pattern
On everything.
on the point being on the Reaver Dwarf,
Okay.
number 3.
Entire left side of the room. Is that as big as Hypnotic Pattern is? That's huge.
It's 30 foot square.
30 foot square.
I'm gonna.
So not only do they do off Broadway, it's a rave.
I cannot wrap my head around the.
Yeah, it's hard. You kind of have to just drag straight down.
Yeah, it's so weird.
We're all doing it at the same time.
Right,
It's
yeah.
hilarious.
Roll20's like,
All the
don't
boxes.
do that.
So it gets the gnome, the guy, the girl, and everybody on the left in the.
Okay, this is going to take me a hot second.
Wow.
Wisdom saving throw. All right, we're going to go top to bottom. Wisdom.
Saved.
Just rolled up. All right.
What's
so
your DC?
Damn, he's wise.
Oh,
16.
makes it say, damn, he's wise.
He's got a +6.
So wise. The groom
Yeah.
is not so wise. The bride is not so wise. These guys have it. Okay. So they both get affected. And then we go down the line as the DM opens many, many character sheets up. Oh, of course. So random flunky is the wisest of them all. It's the number 2, bloody mouth guy, the dwarf. Berserker is okay. Got some ghouls.
Didn't save, did save.
Okay, first one stunned. Got this dwarf.
Didn't save.
Ooh. Alright, we've got another of the procures. Very much
Failed.
didn't save on that one. And then we've got 2 more glue. It probably would have been better for me to go sheets, but this is just easy to keep track
Didn't
of.
save,
First one.
Did save.
Okay. All right. Well, you had about a 50% success rate overall. So about half the audience on the left side falters, and then both the bride and groom suddenly turn slack-jawed, and their arms fall to their sides. Alaric. as Bahn just becomes public enemy number 1.
So if they're stunned, they can't make dex saves, right?
They're incapacitated.
Yes, let's see.
Incapacitated.
That's just no actions or reactions.
Let's see. They're charmed, incapacitated, and a speed of 0. Oh, charmed? That might... Hang on. Actually, no. I think that's... Okay. The groom cannot be charmed.
Yes.
Yeah. I thought, like, somebody that's got to have a thing.
I was going to say, somebody in that group.
Somebody's got to think about charm. I forgot Hypnotic Powder does have that little interesting qualifier where there are creatures who are immune to charm.
Okay. Complicated spell incoming. I need a 15-foot blast radius. Right on the groom.
15-foot blast radius.
And he's got Alaric will reach and grab the raven that was given to him by his Valkyrie and say, Valkyries of Asgard, to our aid. And a whole bunch of swords, axes, and spears come out of the sky and just it's like an avalanche of blades just comes all of that area.
It's like a fireball, right? It goes out.
Rain of blades, one might say. You called
It's
down.
it's just a whole bunch of sharp objects just falling out of it's like the heavens open up and just dumps a whole bunch of sharp, pointy things.
Okay, sorry. Which shape do you want to make? The blades fill 150...
The circle. Just the circle.
Okay. A circle 15
Yep.
feet in diameter. Okay.
Yep.
15 feet in diameter is, smaller. There you go.
Yep.
Okay. Blade causes 66 slashing damage to creatures in the area the moment the spell is cast, or half damage with a successful dex saving throw.
That's why I was asking if they're stunned, they're not making dex saves. But
Yeah. Okay. Number Nomi guy. It's a dex save.
made it.
Makes a save. So he takes half damage.
Yep. Not bad.
It's pretty good, yeah. Still 13 damage. Mr. Groom. Which is not as good of a dex save. I guess we'll take the same damage, yeah. So 27 each. And our vampire spawn.
Wow.
That's the half damage, yeah.
And so the groom will also need to make a
Charisma save.
He takes-
Frightened.
makes a charisma save. Yep.
Okay, that does frighten him.
He's
when
frightened. Yep.
the holy swords come to, or what do you say, spears?
Spears. Yep. From our Valkyrie friends.
Give him the oh, sad face. Okay.
And then the ghouls are going to start going after the looks like the priestess of Marina. Each one's been positioned next to one of them.
Okay.
And so starting with claws.
You and Lucian would probably recognize what these figures are. They are not Red Sisters or Priestesses, but you do recall that vampires would have human lackeys that basically would they would allow
Blood donors.
blood donors, yeah, but they would actually, the vampires themselves would let them have some of their blood, which would give them a little bit of power. So there would be kind of a little bit of a relationship there.
Okay. So just doing the claw attacks on both, and then
Okay.
So top and then bottom.
11's not gonna hit, but 17 will hit.
Okay, so they would need to make a DC 10 con save.
Click the attack button so I can see the
Oh,
damage on it. There you go.
haven't played a ghoul in a while. Sorry.
Right. Yeah, and they do not appear to be undead, but you do note that they also don't appear to be affected by this paralyzation from the ghoul. And once again, you feel just kind of that negative energy just around this place. You feel like that has something to do with that effect.
And then the 2 bites.
Those are both going to hit.
Top one.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, 12 on the top, 9 on the bottom.
Okay.
And I think that's my turn.
They're both pretty wounded, yeah. And then the groom appears especially wounded from taking all those spears. Lucian. We've got a frightened groom, an incapacitated bride, and a very angry officiator.
Pop the champagne.
Yeah.
Open the bottle.
Alright, Vial of Sunlight spills out, which just, what is that, like the daylight spell, basically?
Yeah.
It's it's actual sunlight.
Actual sunlight, yeah. Which I think that is what the daylight spell is.
It's that or dawn. Can't remember
Special
which.
light right there. Yeah, which does have an effect on all of the vampire-like creatures. They begin kind of crying out, and she can't even shield. Very incapacitated, so see her like starting to smoke.
Smoke 'em if you got 'em.
Mm-hmm.
That's my action. So
Actually, I guess I should probably let's put a radius. Is it a radius around you? Because you've got it in your hand, basically.
yeah, so it's 30 feet and then another 30 feet of dim.
Okay. Could be multiple auras.
6 feet, yeah. But I am moving, so 5. I just want to get as far as I can while I'm still keeping it.
Gosh,
Okay.
that daylight is... Alright, you know what? I'm going to turn that off. We're just going to assume the entire fucking room is in daylight, because now that I see it, it's everywhere.
Yeah.
Yeah. These aren't tables, right? Or it's carpet?
There's not carpet.
What I'm
Those are open flame pits.
Oh, yeah.
Do not step on that. That is not carpet. Basically, not flame pits. Like kind of like coals, I guess. Just like coals that are giving off dim light, but and some warmth.
Yeah. I'll try to impress them and walk on them.
Yeah.
No, I'm gonna stay right here then. Yeah, that keeps them in the sunlight. Just at the edge of it.
And it looks like that's one of those things that affects them on their turn, also.
And I'm done.
All right.
Fireball.
I'm gonna start rolling some initiative now.
Mine goes off, right?
Oh, sorry. I knew I'd forget that. So yes, there are still people up there. And you would cast Fireball on everybody. What is the actual size of a Fireball? Is it just gonna engulf up here?
It is 20-foot radius.
Okay. Yeah, that's gonna hit at least
20
three
foot
guys.
across.
32. My goodness, man, that's a big fireball. Holy crap!
I've been practicing.
You were lining that one up. Dex saves. All right. He is going to succeed on that save. He's that kind of
One down.
boss. Yeah, one down. The groom does succeed on the dex save. So that would be half damage, which is still a freaking bazillion. Somebody help me with the math. 32.
16.
16, thank you. And the bride. Let's see if she has disadvantage on attack rolls and ability checks. This is not an ability check, so she does make the save on that. And I guess the other guy takes half damage too, doesn't he? Because it's yeah, still half.
Everybody takes.
And you note he takes a lot of damage from the fire as well. He does not seem to like the fire and screams out.
Excellent.
Hell, them.
That was much of.
Yeah, he says, "This
is the house of the Lord of the Night, and I am its keeper. You will suffer for your affront. I shall offer you up as the main course of the wedding feast and see you eaten alive."
Hey, Rye, where did you center that fireball at?
To not hit us.
To not hit.
So,
yeah, I'd probably as far north as possible. What, a 20-foot
Okay.
radius, I think?
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't
That
know
means
if you tried to like put it here someplace.
Yeah, but that means it's 40 foot across, right?
Yep.
Yeah. There wasn't a good way
So-
to get any of the people.
I mean,
in the front row.
technically, you can angle it to where you could put like the point of it at the edge of the room, I guess, and then that would just be, 20 feet coming.
But I've tried thinking about like here, and then maybe get some of the front row of these guys. But yeah, I'm not concerned. I don't know about these guys whether or not they're going to feel any pain.
Dropping it on the altar is appropriate.
Yeah.
Second to roll. All this shit.
Does hypnotic pattern end if an affected person takes damage or no?
They get a chance to save against it.
Okay.
Okay.
Get a chance to save. Okay. And
Actually, it says the spell ends if an affected creature takes any damage. Excuse me.
Yeah, because you can slap somebody, shake them out of it.
They don't get a chance to save while they're charmed, but if they take damage or are shaken out of it.
Got it.
okay. And now all the residents start pulling out their weapons and popping their teeth and start coming at you, even though most of them are stupefied, and especially the people up here are incredibly weakened. Let's see. 30. This ghoul is gonna get in Alaric's face. And attempt to do ghoul things to you. Bite you, which is missing, and claw you, which is also missing. Your superior armor. This interesting fellow who's just in robes is going to target you, Alaric, and mumble some words. And I'm going to need a... No, it does not show up correctly. Wisdom saving throw as it tries to paralyze you.
Is he undead?
Technically no, but again, you've got this weird negative energy that seems to paint everybody as being undead in here.
So if he's undead, I have advantage against the spell.
I will give you advantage.
Because that's, what is it? I just want to make sure that I'm not making that up.
I mean, it's a DC 0, so it should be okay.
I know it's one of those it's one of the dhampir things.
Why that doesn't show up correctly?
This is straight up. That's without advantage. I'll find the receipt for you.
Yeah, that is good enough. This guy would really like to continue with the ceremony, but alas, things have fortunately happened.
No, I think it's just diseases. Sorry.
And he will wave his hands as a spinning barrier of blades appears around them. Oops, get the description there. A wall of magic swords starts spinning.
Considering all those blades that got dropped on them, that whole altar area is nothing but sharp objects.
Yeah, basically like summons all of them up and then they start spinning around. Io.
Okay. I'm going to pull out one of my new spells. And hopefully you will allow this.
All the new spells.
I would like to cast Sudden Stampede.
Sudden Stampede.
Which I would like to conjure them here in the back, right here, and basically send them in a straight line up and trying to knock down all of these people like bowling pins because it is a 10-foot wide stampede. These tiny fey horses appear.
Okay,
and then immediately take off.
Where are you doing this?
So I want it to be basically right here.
Between you and Lucian? Or
no,
oh,
like
right in
right
front
here.
of you. Okay.
Am I not pinging? Oh,
I can see
I'm
it,
not
yeah.
pinging. That's why. Because I want to basically send them up and split because all of those people in the pews on the right-hand side are within 10 feet of each other in a perfectly straight line.
Yeah.
So they run 60 feet straight, so obviously they'll just fey run themselves right through the wall.
And through all the pews.
And through all the pews. It's 6d10 bludgeoning damage and be knocked prone. It's a DC 16 dex save.
Why?
What's the damage?
They get dex
looks like
saves.
it rolled 24
Depends on-
bludgeoning damage.
Both the ghouls are gone.
Unless they make the save.
They were in there. Oh crap.
Okay.
Wait, where are
good
they?
one. My
The ones
guys
with
are
the wings.
here and there.
Sorry.
It's fine.
The AoE. Feel my pain. The DM has to always weigh that
Man.
using AoEs.
I tried to maximize damage.
You did.
Sorry.
Alright. Top guy makes it as this is half damage. So that's 12. We got the Berserker. You guys are throwing all the saves at all these dudes. This is gonna take me out a second. Dexterity actually makes it. This is 12 hit points. Roll. Dex save. That's a fail. That one takes a full 24 and is knocked prone. Dex save makes it. Actually, making a lot of these. 12.
Damn it.
That vampire. That's thrall. Fails. Takes a full 24 and is knocked. Both the vampire thralls are knocked around real bad. We've got 2 cult fanatics down here. One makes it, so he loses 12. The other one fails and loses 24. It looks like it almost kills him and is knocked prone. I think I got everybody in there.
Okay.
And I took care of my 2 ghouls.
Okay.
One of them got killed.
Okay.
I mean, technically, I could bonus heal him and bring him back into the fight.
He's undead.
Okay.
Heals don't quite work that way.
Yeah.
Sorry. Okay, so the other ones took half damage.
Yeah,
and a
so
few of them got knocked prone.
Yeah, everybody's wounded. Nobody went down, but you can see both vampire thralls are prone and very heavily wounded. And then this cultist very close to you is also prone and very heavily wounded.
Okay. So if I want the dire wolf to attack who is in Bahn's face, do you want me to utilize my bonus action to make him do the attack? Or how do you want to rule that? Because there's someone threatening Bahn, so I didn't know.
Probably just the wolf would attack anybody near Bahn.
Okay. So I'm going to bonus action then giant elk.
We're gonna get a shift after all.
We are getting a shift.
And then she's gonna
giant
trample everybody.
And then I'm gonna trample everybody. Oh shoot! I think I might have just messed up your thing. And then the dire wolf is going to jump over this pew and will attack this one that is in melee with Bahn.
You have advantage because he's prone.
Okay, and also advantage because
pack tactics.
Pack tactics. So that's going to be 21 to hit.
Yes.
11 piercing.
All right, that wolf rips that guy's throat out.
All right. That is. I'm going to use my movement. I can't. You said this is fire, right? I can't go up in there.
Right. It's like burning
Okay.
coal, basically.
I think I glitched the system. I can't move.
Oh no.
There we go. Okay. End of my turn.
Okay. You can see the temple itself, and the gnome in the back seems to be kind of moving his hand around. You see shadows flittering, and Alaric, you're definitely the closest and just rained spears down everybody. You see one of the carvings from the pillar nearest you of a horned beast or something suddenly seems to come to life and like spring out and attempt to attack you. But sails over your head, or you bash it back with your shield. And our poor vampire lady is still incapacitated from the hypnotic pattern, and because of the natural sunlight, she literally burns. You see her skin like blackening and taking some pretty nasty damage. The ghouls will lope at Lucian.
No.
To bite you. 16.
I'll shield.
Shield, okay. And then it follows up with a claw attack. Does a 20 get through the shield?
Meets it, beats it.
8 slashing damage, and I need a con save or be paralyzed from the ghoul claws. Everybody likes ghoul claws. Ooh, good save.
Nice.
Got those nat ones out of the way
That's right.
early.
Yeah, I got rid of all, though. There's no more left. Rye in the way back of the chamber.
Hello.
The sniper position.
Can I have information about this ring? Such as whether or not I can magic go through it? It's only things that are harmed, right?
Things that are harmed. It is a...
What?
Let's see.
Says it provides
What I want to do...
Yeah, it provides basically cover to the ones in the middle, because it's like just this whirling wall of blades. So you can still see them, you can still target them. They have 3/4 cover.
I want to put my elemental inside. Because it's 90-foot range. So I want to throw my gem.
You can throw the gem 90 feet?
It has a range of 90 feet. It's a magical gem. It's like one of those like Nerf balls that have like the spirals built in.
Oh, those are
like
fucking cool. Yeah.
And it whistles.
It's like the vortex or something.
Yeah.
God, I play with those all the time.
So I whip that in there. So I need one fire elemental.
I was gonna ask which color.
It's a red gem, so it'll be fire. It'll be red.
Action
And then it rolls initiative.
Cast a conjure elemental spell. Okay. Fire elemental is being summoned. We'll just spawn it
into the octagon.
into the octagon. New challenger.
I think someone said boss fight.
Approach. Yeah, I know. You guys are pulling out of the stops. The DM is pleased. This is definitely the time. Okay, and as with Conjure Elemental, the Fire Elemental currently is under your control, but you are concentrating on that control.
I am. So, now the Fire Elemental rolls on its own turn, right?
I'm gonna copy and paste this. We have a friendly unit commands the duration. Roll initiative for the elemental, which has its own turns. It obeys any verbal commands that you issue to it. No action required by you. If you don't issue any commands to the elemental, it defends itself from hostile creatures. Otherwise, takes no actions.
I verbally tell it to attack those 3 people, starting with the gnome.
Okay.
And then as a roll initiative, which I don't know what its dex is, but gives it a 17 plus its dex.
Okay.
So fairly high.
It is fairly high.
The question, does it act?
It just depending on so unfortunately you would have rolled a bit lower, but yeah, you got a little screwed there. So it would be at a 20.
Fair enough.
For its initiative roll.
And then I'm gonna Misty Step up to the loft.
Nice.
Wow. Right there. Okay. Fire Elemental has been thrown into the whirling blades. More creatures. Another character sheet has opened up on my desk. All right. The vampire thralls will stand up and hiss, although let's see. I guess she has disadvantage on attack rolls. Okay. She will attempt to attack the ghoul that was attacking her. but with disadvantage because of the sunlight. And she actually pulls a longsword out to fight with. For 7 slashing. Or sorry, at disadvantage. Let me fix that. Hang on. 8 is a miss. Let's try this again. Alright. Click disadvantage. Second attack is a 12.
Hits.
Does hit a ghoul though, yeah. For 12 slashing damage.
Which he's down.
Cuts down the other ghoul.
Yep.
Okay, the groom is
frightened.
So it means he has disadvantage on attack rolls and can't move closer. He's got a fire elemental in his fucking face, so he's pretty interrupted.
Do fire elementals give radius damage? Like anything within 5 feet of them?
He can stand on them. Nothing.
If somebody attacks it with a melee attack, they take damage, and then it can enter a creature's space.
Okay. It was the attack part. I misremembered.
Yeah.
It's all fire, no radiant.
Yeah. You hear him. Alaric probably the only one that hears him, but he's like, he just whispers. He's like, "Sign this," and you see him cast Misty Step, and coalesces 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. He appears. Who is he actually? A friend of Alaric, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, yeah. So he definitely goes to like the far end of the room with Misty Step. And with his action, he attempts to dash. Or no, he actually still has his movement. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. And then he will... what's his bonus action? Yeah, he's going to dash over to the doors. Actually makes it pretty far. Alright. And we've got Dwarven Reaver is incapacitated. This Dwarven Reaver is not. And will come up to Alaric. And attack all bloodlusty. Go ahead and get some reckless. Advantage. And swing that great axe. Oh! There's the DM crit.
That's not a crit.
Uh-oh. He's gonna avoid grievous injury. Also, why did it not... I clicked the advantage button. Why did it not give me advantage? Not that I needed it, but... It's weird.
Is he sunlight sensitive? Who's that?
This is one of the Dwarven Reavers.
I feel like those were always like that. Like when we were in the cave thing.
Oh yeah, they got kind of fucked up, didn't they?
Yeah.
They
Yeah.
had weird problems with this. I don't know what the hell I did with this step block.
Cannibalism, man. It has some bad side effects.
That's true. One reaction which you take when you're struck by a critical hit. The critical hit against you becomes a normal hit. Okay.
So a shadowy hand comes up and just kind of slows the blade down.
Okay, that's right. The damage didn't roll. I'm remembering now. Damn it. You need to kill these guys. I don't want to use them. So it's just 8 damage for a normal hit, and not the crit. That one is dead. This cult fanatic will reach over to the big IO elk and attempt to channel necrotic damage into you.
That hits.
14 hits. Yeah.
Yep.
When does it ask me? I want to cast a higher level. Now it asks. Okay, when I hit damage, now it does. For 14 necrotic damage.
Okay.
I'm trying to think who's concentrating on what, but I guess the only one is Bahn, right?
I'm
and
concentrating
Rye.
on my aura. Wait,
that is
my aura
concentration? Okay.
concentration? Hang on, let me double check. It is, so I gotta roll con save. Doo-be-doo-be-doo. Do I just hit it on the elk stat sheet, or do I roll it from my stat sheet?
I think it's elk stat. Physical.
So I just hit con on here, right? And that'll do saving?
I think
Oh,
so.
here we go. There we go.
Oh.
20.
Yeah. Still got it. All right, Bahn.
So I think what I'm gonna do is cast Dissonant Whispers on this one right here. Number blue 1.
Blue 1. You sunk my cultist. Or you're about to.
It's a 16 wisdom save.
Oh.
And he makes it.
Is that a half damage one?
On a successful save, the target takes half as much damage and doesn't have to move away.
Okay. He is very heavily wounded after that, though. Blood pouring out of his ears.
And I'm in a reasonably good position that I can take a couple steps back.
Yeah, I've not been able to even reach you. It's not like me.
Also, the reason that Bahn had to do that is he's like shielding his eyes from the daylight. He also has sunlight sensitivity, so he's just like,
yeah.
I can't see to attack anything.
Interesting. Alaric, before your turn, you see the gnome able to unleash a spell very quickly, and he stares daggers at the fire elemental and kind of fear in his eyes as he lobs a orb of chilling darkness at it, which is, good lord, not going to hit a fire elemental. It's an 11. All right, continue. I think, does that one do anything? Nope, it's nothing of it.
Okay. So my turn.
Yes.
Gonna go Death Angel. DC 15 charisma save for the ghoul and the reaver.
heavy metal music started.
Yeah. What? The ghoul makes a Christmas save? That's crazy. Berserker, can you make a Christmas save? Or are you gonna fuck up? No, you cannot. Alright, the Cannibal Reaver goes slack-jawed. Comes stunned.
And with that, I will take one step to there. I'm not in the blades, am I? I'm here.
If
I'm
you're
just south of them.
Here you would not be.
Okay, I'll just take that one step then.
Okay. Yeah, just like right in front of you. You're kind of like, your hair is like getting blown back, so just like.
Yep.
Alaric, do you have any uses of holy robes left?
I do.
Okay.
I have one.
Okay. This cult fanatic is realizing he's surrounded by a bunch of animals and being mauled by a wolf. So he's gonna try to reach up and do that inflict wounds thing, but he's gonna target the wolf this time. And missed terribly. He's just like trying to like very shakily lift a hand up and not quite able to do that. Let's see, these guys actually have crossbows. I actually have ranged attacks I can do. And Alaric's still the one approaching the area, so this procurer will attempt to shoot his crossbow at Alaric. Not gonna happen. Vampire Thrall is going to stand up. And sees all the big enemies, but also realizes that... actually, no. Elk Io is the one that did the big charging thing, so she's going to come at you, Io. And swing her sword, but she's got the disadvantage because of the light. 13.
Misses.
Ooh. And then once more with a 7. You can see that she's having to like shield her eyes and not able to find purchase. Lucian.
Not ready. Thanks. Gotta get up there. I can't get through the elk though, can I? If I go straight north.
You can. It would just be difficult
There's-
terrain to make it around the giant beast.
All right. 10, 20. That'll get me there. I'll take an attack of opportunity.
Okay. But he's got the claws. Ooh.
Yeah, that hits.
Yeah.
4 slashing, but it's another con save.
Ah,
Yeah.
probably gonna like.
Okay.
Haven't had to use that bardic yet. That's good.
Yeah.
All right, and then I'm going to. I'm gonna twin haste on Alaric and Io. Right? And so I can see. If I haste myself, can I cast another spell with an action? How does that work? I can't.
I'm not
remember.
sure. Don't think 5e rules as written technically ever allow you to cast more than one leveled spell. Even if hasted, but unless the haste description says otherwise.
As long as it requires an attack roll.
Because I was gonna cast mirror image on myself as my second action as a spell.
It does say the action can only be used to take the attack, dash, disengage, hide, or use an object action. So yeah,
Okay,
no
okay,
spells.
It prevents the fireball. All right, so Io and Alaric. And I can't do that because it's a leveled spell. Never mind. So I have to stay put because it took all my movement to get through Io.
Yeah, you guys start going rapid.
10, 15, 20, 25. Actually, I could have. No, I'll stay there. Let's do it. I'm good.
Thanks. 10, 15, 20. Alright. That one will charge up and attack Lucian. 12 is not going to do it.
Yes.
Yeah. Ghoul is still incapacitated. That ghoul's incapacitated. This guy's just been sitting over here chilling with nobody jacking with him, which means he's going after Bahn. Turns around and sees you in the corner. And knows
Oh, no.
you're the easy prey. Or are you?
Yep.
19. Oh, that's right. I hate you. Okay.
Visible damage.
+3. 6 slashing damage.
Okay.
And a con save, please.
Which I have forecaster. $14.
Oh, okay. Keeps it up, which means that guy is stunned. What does it say? Layer action 60. That's not right.
Well, actually, 1 million.
That's supposed to be a 20, so that goes down there. Yeah. Alright, this ghoul's gonna try to keep attacking Alaric, although you are hasted now. Neither of those are gonna hit. And this cult fanatic will... let's see, did hold person last time. He's gonna just try to use hold person again, honestly, on Alaric. Everybody's just you're drawing all the aggro by stepping up to the area.
That's a wisdom save.
That is a wisdom save. That is good enough.
Just glare at him.
Mm-hmm. Kenneth will use his turn to deal with this fire elemental that's gonna be in his face in a fucking second. Gotta hit that orb of chilling darkness, man. There you go, 25. And we can do that at like 4th level. And it does an orb of cold damage at this asshole. Fire elemental is not vulnerable to cold. That's interesting. Still 38 damage though.
Oof.
Yeah, but fire elemental has a fuck ton of hit points. What the hell? Good lord. He smirks for a second, but then sees that it's just only slightly diminished. Says,
Oh, speak a moment of glory. Wake up, Chessa!
he screams at the vampire. Io Elk.
Okay. Who, as I look around at my allies here, who's looking like that they're struggling the most with health?
Most peckish.
Okay.
All right.
Alaric is
Alaric's
still injured. He's still injured,
Yeah,
so
you started injured.
pretty bad. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Alaric's gonna get my healing. So he's gonna get 9 healing. And I'm gonna turn around and I will use my first attack against her. Wait, can I use and hits we have attack the same turn extra yeah, okay. Then I gotta use my hooves. So that's a 10. I'm assuming that's gonna miss her.
Yeah.
Okay, so then I gotta go in again. 13?
13 does hit.
Okay, so that's gonna be 21 bludgeoning damage to her.
Gosh. On number 1?
Yeah.
Okay. You absolutely trample her dead.
Okay.
Splat.
So haste just gave me an extra attack, correct?
Yep.
And then an AC buff. Okay. I'm going to stay right there. Since I can't move any closer. And the dire wolf is going to see that Bahn is being attacked and head over here.
Oh, does elk only normally have the one attack?
I think.
Okay.
Let me just double check that. Yeah, it says actions ram or hooves.
Okay.
And then I can do a charge, which is just a special ram attack if I move toward a target.
Okay.
But not if I'm already in melee with them. So the dire wolf is going to come over and attack this guy with advantage. A 19.
Yes.
13 piercing. And it has to succeed on a strength saving throw.
It
So
gets
he's
knocked
also
prone.
knocked prone. And I think this one would have gotten an attack on the wolf when it left
Yeah.
its range.
Guess you could try to take a stab at him, do 3 damage.
Yep.
I feel like you'd just mostly be cowering.
Okay. That's my turn.
All right, Rise Fire Elemental. The last instruction you said was to attack everybody, but focus on the gnome, I guess?
Yep, gnome first.
Gnome
Yep.
first. All right, so... But it's under my control, but it obeys your order. Is that correct?
I think so.
Okay. So... Draw circuit space and stop there. Okay, so it's just gonna move into the space of both their spaces. Enters creature space. Creature takes 1d10 fire damage and catches fire. So both of them. Go ahead and roll me a d10 for the gnome, and then for the vampire lady, help to move him out of the way so I can do that.
Separately, or
I get no. I do it once. Yeah, give me 1d10.
oh, I'm sorry, 4.
Okay. So gnome takes nasty fire damage. Then it will reach out and touch the gnome, but rolled a 2 on its attack. So the gnome is quite small and vigorous, but the fire elemental is still all up in its grow.
This party's lit now.
They actually keep going up by 20. That's such a weird thing. Let's see, what can I do? I did that one. He is going to make shadows shift and fill a sphere directly around him, basically, and make it lightly obscured. I don't think it's going to do anything mechanically. But basically make it so it's even harder to target him, but that's not going to help him against the fire elemental at the moment.
Does that work in the sunlight?
It does. And in fact, it actually creates a little bit of a... It actually probably helps the vampire not get damaged. But she is still incapacitated. Seems he's got some magical darkness that can help block the sunlight. Let's see. We've got a ghoul here, which will attack the Io elk with a bite, 13.
Miss.
And the paralyzing claws everybody likes, 9 slashing and a con save. Eventually somebody's gonna fail this con save. Ooh, makes it. Closely.
Got a hair on my chinny chin chin.
Yeah, right.
All right, so from up top, I am going to quicken Fireball and cast Fireball onto the stage.
Okay. What does the Quicken do?
Quicken allows me to do it as a bonus action.
Gotcha. Okay. Don't have to worry about targeting anybody specifically when it comes to Fireball in terms of sight or cover. So that is just going to be a dex save for our folks in there. And obviously the Fire Elemental does not give a shit.
He's my friend.
Yeah.
Right now.
Alright, well he can use Legendary Resistance to make the save, but God, 35! This is some monster damage. Shit. So 17 is what half looks like?
Is he dead yet?
He's pretty fucking close. He's pretty fucking close. And then... Vampire's Bahn is going to take a full 35. She is also almost dead. They had, obviously, chunks of hit points. And that is almost run out. Hard for you guys to tell, because there's, again, the shadow in there, and the whirling blades and everything, but you see that you have the probably only good vantage point up on the balcony, and you can see both of them just, like, blackened, like, skin just flaking off and burning. It looks very effective.
She doesn't have hypnotic pattern anymore.
Do what?
She wouldn't have hypnotic pattern anymore.
Does that automatically turn off once she starts taking damage?
Yep.
Oh shit, she would have been woken up a long time ago then, because she was taking damage from the Radiant last. I missed that. Oh well. Alright, go ahead, Ryan.
And then for my action, I'm going to dodge. Just to make sure.
Okay. This thrall will attack the IO Elk. Now you were drawing some aggro. Disadvantage though, because of the sunlight. Oops, that's the wrong thing. I don't think either of those are gonna hit.
Nope. Knock him away with my horns.
Yeah. You can see none of you are much paying attention to the Shadowmancer over here, who does not. You know what? Actually, yeah, you can open the doors from the inside. Duh. He opens them and runs away. Vows revenge on all of you. Hypnotic pattern still up on that one. That one is stunned, I think, from Alaric.
Yep.
That one is dead. Clean up all my tokens. That one's still up, and he will try to do another inflict wounds on the IO Elk. 11. How are you tanking this well as a damn beast? This is crazy. Oh my gosh. Madness. Bahn.
Daylight's still up.
Daylight is still up.
Okay, so this roll would be at a regular attack roll because I have advantage from Blindsider.
True.
Also, he's
And
prone.
he's prone.
Oh.
Yeah.
But it's not Celasta rules. Normal attack. Does a 16 hit the...
Yes.
Okay. I'm
Guys
gonna
are not very
jump
armored.
in some Psychic Blades. Change that. For 15.
Okay. Solid chunk of damage. That dwarf's body just vibrates violently on the ground. Anything else?
Nope, that's it.
Hasted Alaric.
Okay. Never felt like this before. This is exciting.
Alaric breaks into song.
So I have advantage on this Reaver next to me because he's stunned, correct?
Correct.
Okay. Pull out the rapier finally.
That'll hit.
And 6 plus I'm going to use one of my Death Domain blade just turns black and just sucks some of his life force out. And so that does 5 plus twice my cleric level, which is, well, that's 17. So that's 23 points of damage on hit 1.
17.
Yep.
Okay. This guy looks
And
pretty bloodied after that.
And then I will try to finish him off.
With a
Oh.
crit.
Nice.
So that's just the 1d8 plus 4. So I need to roll another d8 if he's still up.
I didn't plug the crit in. He's still up after 10, yeah. I rolled 20 should automatically do that. It's weird.
So total of 15.
Alright, with the extra damage, you do down him with that 1-2 punch.
Okay. Finally somebody drops. And just point over at that cultist and it's like, I will get to you.
Here's a number. Go stand over there.
Form a line.
Yeah. This one has been trying. I think this one would be out of. It's gonna charge inflict wounds, but I think I can only do it at first level this time. 14 on
Miss.
IO Elk. No. All right. Dang. Let's procure back here. Is the only one armed with a ranged weapon and will fire a crossbow. Actually, I'm gonna use Token Fate for the first time because he's got different options. Do IO Elk. God, I have so many character sheets.
Same.
Oh my goodness sake, somebody has got to make an attack roll. That one's dead. We go to Lucian.
I'm gonna Misty Step out of there. Oops. I didn't have to post that, but I did. 30, and then yeah, I'll take more. Back here with our hey, Ryan.
No, but I'm upstairs.
Rise up on a balcony.
Oh, that's right.
technically.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just pass under him, wave to him as I go under. That is. Oh no, I can still cast a cantrip. Yeah, I'll blast this guy with a Ray of Frost. I said Ray for there we go.
Yeah,
There you go.
6 cold.
Yeah, it slows him down.
Yeah.
10 feet off his
That
movement.
actually will probably matter. I'll have to remember that.
Yeah. I don't need him coming after me.
He's got a chilled heart. Dwarf will come down here and attack the IO Elk, even though nobody's been successful at this so far. 18.
Oh, yeah, that hits.
Oh my goodness. Ah, damn it. T plus 3 for 10 damage.
All right, Elk is still up. And let me just roll for concentration.
Barely makes
Four
it.
is still up.
Yeah. Both ghouls are still down. This dwarf will stand up and turn towards the... Actually, you were the last one that you did some damage to him as he sat down. He was going to wolf in his face. But you did strange psychic things to him, so he's going to still turn towards you and growl. Swing his axe into you, Bahn.
I'll get stabbed.
When will the DM learn the damage button does not work on these guys? 10 damage.
I'm about to cast it.
That's true.
Don't
Is it concentration though?
It is. That's what the trade-off will be.
I see.
So 14 and then a con save. 17. I'm good.
Damn, it's still up. So that guy's still down. Still 4 people that are being hypnotically patterned over here. This ghoul is still going to try to attack Alaric. The bite and a claw.
With haste, my AC goes up by 2, so I have a 20 AC without doing anything.
Sunny beaches. Cult Fanatic has failed twice to paralyze Alaric, so he's out of those options. Instead, he will come down to the elk.
Oh, come here, finish it.
No, you scared him off a little bit, and he's gonna try to do inflict wounds on the IO elk, but not gonna happen. Oh, Kenneth, you are in trouble, man. Oh, and
on fire.
And on fire. You know, the blades were also concentrations. We probably should have lost those a long time ago, but things have been lost in it. I'm going to roll a couple con saves. There we go. All right, the blades will go down.
Well, that changes everything.
And he will... He will step out, still within melee range of the fire elemental, and now that the blade barrier is down, I guess that's not a... Okay. He will just cast Dispel Magic. And he'll target the hypnotic pattern. Because
on one person?
In good conscience, one creature, object, or magical effect within range.
Yep. It's 3rd level, so it just goes away.
Yeah. I mean, if anything, he could. If you're gonna make him do a creature, you just target Bahn and say, dispels the.
I think it's a magical effect. I think that's...
Yeah, that's kind of what I was picturing. Like, you would just, like, turn off Hypnotic Patterns, which just turns the whole AoE off. What I wanted to do was turn off the Conjure Elemental, but it doesn't actually turn off. It just means you lose control. And also, I don't think he would actually know who summoned the Elemental, if I'm being fair. So, he wouldn't necessarily know how to...
Hypnotic Pattern is just a flash, but I think you can dispel the magic that's covering them.
Yeah.
I guess it's... I don't know.
I think he would notice. He would notice, especially now, and I think that happened at the very beginning too. That everybody had like that same like thing happen to them, basically. So he's just gonna dispel magic as an action.
I mean, I'm fine with it because I'm gonna cast and Damage Field next anyway, so I'm not gonna argue.
Yes, this is my finest hour. This temple, the unity.
He just seems like he's on his last legs too.
Calm down.
Layer actions like multiplying each time.
Why is it doing that? IO Elk. By the way, I warned you guys we're gonna be a late one, so apologies as we do our epic climactic battle here for chapter 3.
Crap. This is an enemy right in front of me, right? That's still up.
You have enemies all around you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, all trying to hack away at the IO Elk. 6, sorry, I forgot about our ghoul down there.
Push him into the fire pit.
It's just
it's cutting her.
Yeah.
I mean, probably uncomfortable, yeah.
Bahn, how hurt are you?
Better. I'm fine.
You're fine?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm all right. Keep going.
I'm going to use my bonus action to heal myself then, so that I can try and stay in form a little bit longer. Oh, Jesus.
A little bit longer.
Yeah, that's great. Okay, and I will take attack. What is the difference here between these guys? What is this?
That's one of those
Reaver dwarf.
dwarven reavers just hacks you with his axe.
What is this?
What is
Okay.
this? What is this?
And these are just like the little cultists.
What is this? Just so imperious
That's
now.
the cultist.
What are these ants? Like, get these out of here.
Shitty
Did
cultists.
any of these things take damage yet that are around me?
Yes, all the cultists are
Pretty-
fairly wounded. This one down here is near death, number 1.
Okay.
Number 4 is very heavily wounded.
And Alaric is staring daggers in the back of his head.
Yeah.
Okay.
Ghoul down here is wounded. The Reaver, for some reason, I don't think has been attacked, but
He hasn't been?
doesn't look like it.
All right. I guess I'll focus on the Reaver then. Try to damage him. Da-da-da. 15?
Yes.
Okay. So that's 19 bludgeoning.
Good lord.
Ow.
God.
And second attack,
Oh,
21,
yes.
20 bludgeoning.
Shit. He said elk is nasty pants. Jesus. All right, that Reaver's now
Why are you wasting your time with that bear all the time?
very heavily wounded.
But it's Io Bear.
I think it's IO elk now.
He's still up.
Yeah, he was healthy before, but
Okay. All right. So now the direwolf, this thing that was attacking Bahn is still up, right? I can't
Yeah.
see because of the post. All right, so then the wolf will attack him with advantage. Is a 19.
Yep.
11 piercing.
Fuck you, game.
Stays on you.
He so stays on his feet
Stays on your feet.
with the net.
Yep. All right, so he's still up though.
Yes.
All right.
His Reavers are hardy boys.
All right.
Got some hit points.
End of turn.
All right, Senor Fuego up here is for some reason in space on turn. Takes 5 minutes. It will continue to move into the dwarf space, which will light him on fire. Give me a D10. Rye, sorry. And I'll let you roll the attack. Give me a D20 plus 6. Gnome screams. Almost a crit.
Wow.
But yeah, give me a 2d6 plus 3.
Nine.
All right. As I mentioned, Kenneth is unfortunately weak to fire, and his whole body begins to scream as he just crisps and blackens and shrivels. And finally just goes up in terrible, agonizing wail. And
Yes.
as he expires, a great tremor runs through the entire building, and a thunderous crack echoes through the temple, and a fissure runs along the length of the floor through the coals and right up to the altar, splitting the bear claw plaque in half. And you can see the old wood beneath bears the symbol of Sif, which glows dimly. And you can feel that negative energy that's been very just oppressive around you begin to withdraw. And all around you can see all the new paintings and restorations the temple has been made suddenly begin to start falling off in very violent chunks, like falling around to the ground. And this has a noticeable effect on all of the creatures around you as well. Everybody starts panicked panic and begins to basically just flee out in different directions. I'm not quite going to take you out of combat because there's probably things you still want to do, but this place seems to be coming apart around you. More layer actions. And then Vampire Lady also tries to claw away, but you can see the final bit of sunlight hits her just as she looks and stares daggers at all of you, and she screams and completely goes up in flames. But from here on out, every creature is just trying to leave. So, Io, you're going to allow enough attacks for opportunity, but you only have the one reaction. So that ghoul leaves, and then it becomes Rye's turn.
I tell the elemental to chase after the people who left. And just keep going until he keeps finding people.
Never stop hunting.
I love it.
How long does Conjure...
1 hour. 1 hour.
Shit.
Focus on
What's
that
his movement
first guy
speed?
that left.
Yeah.
The groom.
Yeah, the Charistic Room. It has a 50-foot speed.
Yeah. So it's like exit just in case anything happens.
We've still got like 59 minutes and 20 seconds up.
Yep.
Right, exactly. But yeah, you do know this
Don't think
place is violently starting to shake and come apart around you. So in addition to the enemies fleeing, like it's like chunks of it coming down.
Then I guess I use my action to run over to the stairs, dash down, and then dash back. That kind of puts me right there
Yeah.
as we
Yeah.
prepare to leave.
Yeah, everybody's actually gonna they'll take the disengage action because that's pretty obvious to get away from Io Elk.
Did the ghoul take it? Because I would have hit whoever.
Yeah,
I
let's
could've
say the
hit.
ghoul took it too. Everybody's gonna take this if
Okay.
they're right next to you.
Okay.
You just can't make it too far, so 5, 10. Which means they can't really dash, so they're just moving kind of towards the exit. So though Bahn's sitting there like holding the way, getting in the way and blocking everybody. Which means all these guys that were under hypnotic pattern also begin to flee. 5, 10, 15. And they could actually dash and make it out the door. That one's
Is there an elemental waiting at the door for them?
dead. I guess the elemental... Let's see, I guess it could have still moved on its turn, right? Or was it its turn? Yeah. So... 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50. I think it makes it to like there. Because it did attack on its turn. But yeah, all these guys are like disengaging and trying to run towards the doors, but realizing there's a freaking Bahn in the way.
We got the badger covered in the bottom door.
A wolf, I get you. Badger. Badger pulls out some tiny daggers.
The badger and the rat are down here. Are they gonna take a little bite out of crime?
Bot was contemplating casting hypnotic pattern again.
Oh, yes. Love it.
I think he's going to just stab at the Reaver Dwarf. That is still there. It is still... The sunlight's still up.
Yeah, it's not concentration.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So just a normal attack.
Lucian
at
is
the Reaver
moved,
Dwarf.
so, but I think 60 feet we determined was...
Yeah, I was going to say, I'm pretty sure it still gets me.
Yeah, it was ever pretty big.
So another Psychic Blades for another 15 damage.
Okay, that dwarf's looking pretty bad and pretty pissed at you and really wants to kill you
Still not down.
before running away.
Crazy.
Yeah, this dude has a chunk of hit points.
Uh,
I don't even want to calculate the amount of damage you guys have done this session. My god.
Fawn's good. That's it. He's just gonna stay there.
Stay at the doors and like block the way like a bouncer. Alaric,
Still hasted.
still hasted. The DM will remind everybody there are 2 large chests back here, and there's pieces just falling around all around you.
Gonna cast Spirit Guardians at level 4.
Now we cast Spirit Guardians.
Sif came out. Saw the symbol of Sif.
Oh, that was the other thing Bon was trying to say. Yeah, when the stuff starts happening, the symbol comes out. Bon would be like, "Sisters, we are here, your greatest warriors."
And the Radiant Hussars come out, and so we've got that, and he upcasted it, and also that ghoul is nearby. I just had to reset, so I'm gonna get character sheets out again. Sorry.
Yeah. Doesn't encourage you to affect it. Encourages speed to have in the area. Creature enters the area for the first time or turn or starts its turn there. Okay.
So, and that ghoul, gonna take a swing at him.
Yeah.
For 9, and I will do the same Reaper effect on him, which is another 5 plus another 17 points of damage.
Jeez. All right. That will annihilate the ghoul. That's the grave thing you said?
Yeah, it's a channel divinity Death Domain.
Gotcha. Or Death Domain. Okay.
That's my last channel divinity, and then I will move down to here to help out Io Elk, and trying to move down one more.
Yeah.
You're like stuck on the thing. I was stuck on the pillar too.
Yeah, I'm on the pillar. If you can move me around the pillar.
Oh, yeah, here you go.
Yeah, there. I'm stepping right there and just glaring at that.
Yeah, all the bad guys are still in flee mode. Lucian.
The groom is still in here.
The groom left a long time ago.
He left. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought he was hiding on the left.
It's just minions from what you can tell, and they're all trying to flee this temple.
I'll blast this this lady here. Great fast. Probably not with an 11.
Not quite. Quite.
All right. I'm gonna start making my way towards the front. Third.
Okay. Spirit Guardians goes off on this Reaver. Wisdom. Is that one? Wisdom save. Uh, 14. It takes 3d8 radiant damage. Give me some radiant damage, Alaric. 11. And you see that now that the temple is falling apart, the radiant damage is now doing full damage. And this guy disengages.
At half speed.
I feel like the Berserkers... He's gonna roll a wisdom save. Okay, yeah, he's freaked out. He's gonna disengage and run away. I think it's like there. Ghouls running away. Ghouls running away. All right, my favorite Reaver, the one who's locked in battle with Bahn. This one turns as I will end you to Kobold. With my he trips and falls. That guy's running away. Everybody's running away. That ghoul's dead. That guy's got to do Spirit Guardians, which is a Wisdom save. Fucking makes the shit out of that for some reason. Wow.
It still takes
Half damage.
9 points of radiant.
Alright, he still screams and dies. That was good damage.
I told you I was coming for you.
Yeah, you did. You did. Io Elk. Temple is coming apart very badly now. Huge chunks are coming down in danger of actually injuring you guys. And this whole wide, it seems like the crater itself is going to swallow. Like there's cracks in the floor appearing. And it looks like the whole crater might swallow this temple once again.
We had to get one of the chests.
I'm gonna, so since I'm hasted, I can actually make a ram attack against this guy before he leaves. And then I can race up to the altar. And, I mean, can I use my horns to, like, toss the chest up onto my back, or would that be my action? Whatever.
That would probably be an action, but I would allow you to get both chests if you use an action to do it.
I mean, you're hasted.
You are hasted.
Yeah. Oh,
You get an extra action.
So to get both chests, that would take both of my actions.
One action for both chests, I think.
Okay, then I'm gonna attempt to kill him, and then I'm gonna use my second action to go get the chests.
First things first. Yeah. Priorities.
First things first. So I'm gonna make a charge attack at him.
Okay.
And that way I can do a ram attack. 21.
That does it.
Okay, so that's gonna be 15 plus an extra 2d6. So 20 points of bludgeoning damage.
Yeah, you charge into him, and he has one terrified look backwards, and it looks like you get the reverse image of a deer in headlights, because you're the fucking deer. But he has that look, like you're a car coming by, and just knock right into him, and his body just flies back, slams into the pews.
Okay. So, since I'm hasted, I have 120 feet of movement. So...
Damn.
I'll be like, peace out, guys. I'll be waiting for you.
So like Fry with the cups of coffee. She just suddenly goes at a completely different speed, and just everybody's or the Flash or something.
I will I'll kind of give a roar, kind of letting everybody know what I'm doing. So I will move up here. I will use my horns to kind of toss both of the chests up onto my body and start to, so I went 20, 30, 40, 50. I'm guessing I'm
you probably like scoop them like one in each antler and like hold them there just because you're fucking huge.
Yeah. So let me just see distance wise, but I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I'm getting back here. So I'm back here next to Lucian.
Wow. All right.
With that.
That's hilarious and effective, so I gotta give you inspiration for that. For very quickly running, knocking into this guy dead, then running up there, grabbing the chest, and immediately beating feet down.
That is my turn.
Alright, the DM will ask, do we want to montage in the interest of time of you guys getting out of here while trying to take out as many guys as possible? Probably all these
Alaric's
guys
just
on the
chasing
right
after
side.
people with spirit guardians.
Yeah.
Just running them down, rapier out, just slashing.
You imagine a
the
few of the
spirit
guys that were hypnotically patterned on the left side who are full health would probably make it because the fire elemental would be hunting down the groom. And they would just see him and try to avoid him. So there'd be a few stragglers that would survive, but certainly you guys could be basically killing all these guys that are trying to escape in the right side. Screams being made as you all rush outside, and you are trying to time it, but this whole just giant sinkhole is starting to happen, and you can feel like you're trying to scrabble out of here as this gaping maw seems to open and pull the entire temple down. And then, Alaric, that raven figurine that was given to you begins to vibrate and pulse. And you see a light pierces the dark sky above, and descending from the heavens are the Valkyries astride their winged wolves in a circular pattern. And they angle towards you, and literally just ropes come down, basically. They don't even try to land because there's just so much chaos happening here. And it's all you guys can do to try and grab on. I don't know how the giant elk, it's like 5 different ropes come on and like lash onto her and lift her.
Everybody circles
Like
around,
when they
just
move.
ties the ropes.
Like when they move giant animals or something.
As soon as the Valkyries appear, Alaric is doing prestidigitation, cleaning himself up as
Yeah.
fast as he
Hey,
can.
it's you've got the spirit guardians around. Like it was good timing for
Mhm.
all that too. Yeah, wipe the blood off your
Mhm.
lips and everything.
Are we getting skyhooked? Is that what's happening?
Essentially, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you all just again, don't even get a chance. You're just hanging on for dear life as they just do their fly up and their rapid kind of interdimensional divine travel, and just like tears in your eyes as you feel like days passing and like your stomach's lurching and everything that's happening just probably empty and just vomiting, and it's a kind of a horrible experience versus the nice one that was before. You're not able to really enjoy this ride too much, but finally they get to the end and you see the swamp, the town of Holdremos, which is built above the swamps. And immediately, of course, all the Holdra gather, and you have this grand entrance of being dropped off by the Valkyries, just kind of deposited very unceremoniously, and you guys are just filthy, nasty, bloodied, everything. But and you all probably just pass out and get a nice rest. But then a glorious feast by the Holdra from there, as you're able to celebrate your grand victories, as well as check out some of the loot that you got. Inside these chests were wedding gifts for the bride and groom. You find...
I now pronounce you dead.
Onyx and gold rings worth 250 gold each. A pair of matching daggers with obsidian blades and rubies set in the hilt worth 750 gold for the matching set. A crimson silk robe with black and silver thread worth 750 gold. You find a cloak of protection, ebony black. You find carefully wrapped, something you didn't expect to see, which was a gem of brightness. I think maybe that would have been a something used as a sacrifice or something. You also find 2 nice sets of armor that look like they were handcrafted and modeled specifically for these folks. A +1 mithril chainmail and a +1 adamantine breastplate. And inside this breastplate, as you're looking over, you find a letter that spills out. And the letter reads as follows. My dearest Goran, I must thank you again for volunteering to partake in this ceremony. You do great honor to the Ghoul Imperium and bring glory to the Creed. I have no doubt you will gain great prestige among the Creed's hierarchy, and when the time comes, I shall see to it that you are personally commended by the Emperor himself. I hope this meager gift finds you well. When all is complete and your discussions with the Night Cauldron are concluded, return home and seek me out. Bring your lovely new bride. I would like to see how the mail fits her. There will be much for us to speak on. I shall pass your regards to Radomir when I next see him, as well as my compliments for your excellent service. You are a true patriot and zealous adherent of the faith, an example to all ghoul kind. Regards, Moretto Lichmark.
Camera pans to an elemental chasing him off through the woods.
That's the last scene, yeah. After a nice celebration and rest at Huldremo's, the Huldra, of course, can take you back to along that river path to this small town of Marsh Hollow, and from there meet up with the captain and go back to the city of Jost. There you receive a tense welcome upon your return. The city is on high alert, having recently defended against an oddly aggressive attack by the undead. The Spear Maidens escort you to High Priestess Yagoda, who congratulates you on a successful mission, but she doesn't quite smile, and finally she tells you, the city recently fended off an attack. We thought it odd, an easily quenched threat even in the dead of night, but it was a distraction. Archduke Avgost has been abducted. And that is where we're going to end our session of Empire of the Ghouls and Chapter 3 of Empire of the Ghouls. Next time we will begin Chapter 4.
No cloaks for Rye.
No cloaks for Rye.
No cloaks for Rye.
Not allowed. Yeah, we can divvy up
He just
the
re-gifts them anyway.
any of the equipment in the chat or anything, or however you guys want to do that. But since we have gone way over time, I'm going to go ahead and bring this session to a close. Thank you to Brandon, Christopher, Corey, Dory, and Stan for playing, and thank you to all the wonderful patrons for making these sessions happen. Shouts to Platinum patrons Joe, Will, Thomas, Stan, Brandon, Genocider, David Eclectic, Roleplay Roll, Christopher, Brian, Corey, Koa 1337, Big Nut, John F, John L, Scott, Eric, Tyler, Nathan, Camp Crystal Lake Counselor, Andrew, Daryl, The Reldrin, Captain Woody 79, Stephanie, Andy, Patrick, and Jason, and Gold patrons RPG Paper Grams, Free Boy, and Yuma, The Others, Lion, Sam, Lumpy Spuds, Jerome, Nathan, Fazaga, Tortoise, Scott, Rufus, Karen, William, Jerry, Thomas, and Prophet. See you next time for Chapter 4.
Thanks, everybody.
It was awesome.